everybody. Welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and tonight, I've got a game for you. So tonight we've got Dungeon Crusade Book 1, and this thing is a table beast. I sent some pictures to my Patreons and to let them know that it fits. I was challenged. They said, coming from a tiny table, I had my 3x2 table to now and a big huge shout out to Tony for allowing me to help him build my table. But now to a table that can handle a little bit more bigger set games. And the challenge was given that I can't make it fit. I'm gonna need a side table. Challenge was accepted, and it fits on the entire table, so it's a really big game. Hey Roger, what's going on? Hey Kate, pull up a chair. So we got some fun for you tonight. We're going to be getting into Dungeon Crusade by Roger, by Groovis Games Unlimited, who is run by Roger, who is in the chat, so it's going to be good. Hey Scott, how's it going? Pull up a chair. So there's a lot to this game, but now here's the thing. I'm gonna explain it in tiers. There's a lot to this game, but everything is easy to grasp. Does that make sense? So I might forget something because there's a lot to the game, but using that thing is not a hard thing to do. So I've been up like all yesterday night and all this, just kind of running back through it in my mind, making sure I don't miss anything, which means I'm gonna miss something. But Roger's in the chat. He's gonna keep me honest, and it's gonna be fantastic. All right. Usually, you know what I do? I do the setup with you and set up the table. But today, no. I'm gonna do a setup video later. Today I want you to see gameplay, because setting up the game does take some time. But you have the quick reference guide that gets it to build out. And we'll talk all about that stuff. I'm gonna talk about everything that's on the table to give you a sense of what's there. The Kickstarter is up now. If you need, oh yeah. Roger, I'm gonna need help. So if definitely there's a lot to go through. So let's do the thing. Let's get some information and then get down to that table, right? Okay, let's hit some info. Hey Dustin, what's going on? Pull up a chair, man. You're always welcome. So Dungeon Crusade Book 1, Genesis of Evil, 8.2 on Board Game Geek. Rated out of 138 people that rated the game, given an 8.2. It's a good game. It's fun. It's just as not well known, but it's good. And I think getting more exposure and whatnot for people seeing it, that you'll get to see what it is, because there's a massive amount of replayability in this game. Roger said that every game you play will always be different, and he is right, because just going through setup, I was like, okay, I can see how this game will be different every single time I play it. So it's going to be good. 1 to 12 players. So it's 1 to 6, because you're going to control 6 players, but if you're a crazy person, you're going to say, I want to control all 12 and take them on a dungeon run. You can do that. I'm not. I've got 6. I'm good. But it says best played 1 to 2 player, basically playing solo with the 6 players, or playing 5 players, or 1 person's controlling 2. Or just 5. However you want to run it. The game lasts for about 60 to 240 minutes. Yeah, you can play Mega Dungeon Crusade. The game lasts for about 60 to 240 minutes. I'm only playing the level 1 set on here, but I'm going to show you all that stuff. I actually had to employ a separate camera that's right here for the other side of my table that has that stuff on it that we'll talk about. Ages 14 plus, but the community says 10. That's fair. Because the mechanics of the game are not complex, I think 10 is a good age. The weight of it is a 3.0. The weight of it is a 3.0 because there's a lot going on. Roger has packed a lot of content into this game. And you'll see once you see the table how much content is packed into this game. But it's his labor of love. He's the only person working on it. And he has curated this game with testing. Over time, he's redone the rules reference book, the quick reference, just so it's an easier, answering the things from the first of how people were saying the rulebook was a little rough. He's fixed that with a quick reference. I went through the quick reference and was able to set up the game quite easily. So it's a huge labor of love that's in here, and it shows. It showed. So, okay. Without further ado, you want to see the table. Oh, God. Whew. All right, here I go. So, this is one piece of Dungeon Crusade that you see on this table. This is... I've had to lift the camera's up high as it can go. It's up high as it can go. So, this is the one piece of it. Okay? This is the other piece of it. So, if you notice, that's over here. So you can see my hand going over some, so you can see more. So, we'll talk about everything that's on here for... And I'll be switching between those two views so you can kind of make sense of everything. I had to get a new camera and everything. I didn't get a chance to tweak it because I've been working all day, but it's just more getting things set up. Okay, this thing is a beast. Where to begin? All right, so let's begin at... yeah, the dungeon's cool, and the thing about it is, and I'll explain why it's set up this way and all that stuff when we go through the scenario book. But I got all the books here today because I know I'm going to screw something up and Roger's going to keep me straight. I went ahead and I printed out the quick reference guide for the game. And so I've heard Roger say on kind of some things where he was saying, well, he shouldn't have called it a quick reference guide because it's 17 pages long. But it's a quick reference guide because there's a lot more depth. I still call it a quick reference guide because there's a lot more depth to this game. A lot more depth to this game than you would believe. I mean, there's mining, there's searching, combat with enemies, which go really, really, really quick, and just ways to upgrade your character. There's tasks, there's so much stuff. So we're going to get into it all. So I started with the quick reference guide, which you could download off the internet, right? The internet has it. Go on the internet. It has it all. And it just basically steps you through setting up the game. And it's set up of the game is just 2 pages. That's it. That's all. Then it goes into what happens if a hero dies, and then it goes through the stages of combat, which lets you know what you can and can't do. I'll be referencing those things as we go through this playthrough. So, hey Tara, what's going on? Pull up a chair. Everyone who is here, welcome. Pull up a chair. So, okay. All right. If you remember, last time, as Roger says, on Dungeon Crusade, I played the Avalon, the adventure board game, where we had to find the runes to unlock the dungeon so we can go dungeon diving. Things were a little rough, but we did it. We did it. We did it. We did a thing. And so we were good to begin at the dungeon, which started us back at the town. I put us in the dungeon where we'll start here. That's where you see our characters. And you'll see our characters lying down here. Now, not everything can fit in because there's stuff below our characters like their starting weapons and this counterattack card for each character that I will get to. I'll get to it all. So, let's talk about our characters. We introduced them before, and then we'll just go around the board. I'm going to go like counterclockwise. So, our characters that we start off with, when your the second entry, what happens when your character dies? Yep. So our characters start off with these. Now, before, if you start, did you do the shopping? No, not yet. Hold on. I gotta swing it to the shop. So these are our characters. And I had it zoomed in before. See how high I gotta raise my hand up? I got my camera really high up. So our character at the top that you see is their health, and the bottom is their essence. Essence is like mana, right? It's what they use to do abilities, their special abilities. So this first one where you see my finger hovering over is their attributes. That's strength, willpower, wisdom, dex, hiding, movement, lock picking, retreating, that type of stuff. That's what that top piece is. The bottom part that you see right below my finger is called warfare. This is what you use to fight stuff with. And there's a really cool mechanic that Roger put in for warfare. And that's basically, you could end up fighting an enemy that is completely against the type of warfare that you go for and get screwed up. And it's, when we start playing, you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. You see that CR, the one that's there? That's their rating. Basically, whenever a creature is going to attack, it has an order of operation. Like when a monster is going to attack, or a minion, or a guardian, or a champion, or whatever, they have an order of attack, and they'll attack those with those specific numbers. And we'll talk about all that when we get into the game. So they're level 1. And yes, you can level up your character up to level 3. So they're level 1 that's on here. And this is the basic character card. No muss, no fuss. This is what it is. He also starts off with, if you see his name right here, Primordial Axe. He starts off with this Primordial Axe, which is this weapon. And what these weapon cards do that he starts off in is his base tier 1 weapon, and it says T1, you see it here in the corner. Is basically, it does +1 damage if you hit with it, but it doesn't do anything to buff that stat that you see. And so those stats on Warfare are called Physical, Ranged, Arcade, Mythical, Spiritual, and Chaos. His is Chaos, and this is very, very important to know, because when you fight creatures that let you roll against Chaos, you get to add that bonus. And like I said, we'll talk about it. Don't try to soak it in. We'll talk about it, and we'll get through, so you'll see when we play in combat. Each character also gets this lovely card. If it will, there we go. Counterattack. So let's break down this card and what it means. All right, so the green area here is how much essence it costs to buy it, to learn this skill. So it doesn't, it just something that you get. The it's not called essence, life force. Life force. The one that you see is how much essence it costs to use it. So that means if I want to counterattack a creature, I have to use 1 essence to do it, which is that bottom that you saw before. This right here says it can't be used in rooms. It is not a card that exhausts, but it can be used in hallways. So if I'm in a hallway, I can counterattack something. If I'm in a room, I can't. And you'll see me counterattack during this game for sure. And you can do it once per round, and the game is played over a series of rounds. So each character has their own, and if you want to see the introduction of the characters, the Avalon the Adventure board game has that on there, but they all have their starting equipment, which basically, they all have a primary stat, right? Our Hunter Enwyn Shadowleaf, her primary stat is range. So her hunting bow, yes, I'll be rolling dice. I will be rolling plenty of dice tonight. So her hunting bow, come on, focus you, do it. Oh, it's because of the colors. There we go. Her hunting bow gives her, so her ranged gives her +1 because that's what she's strong in. For Zeke, his is arcane, so he gets a +1 damage on arcane. This is just their base weapon, right? Nothing really too crazy. Nothing really too crazy, but that's what they go with. And their stats shift between. Whereas Melhavik, his name always throws me. Sorry, let's go with Faith. Faith has a +3 to her spiritual because she is a cleric. But her chaos is -2 because she's not about that chaos life. She's about that cleric life. But her ranged is -3 because so she's terrible at range. Her chaos is -2, but her spiritual is +3. So that means that if she faces a creature who has chaos, whatever she rolls, she's got to take -2 off of it. If she faces a creature that has spiritual, she gets to add +3 to it. So The monsters vary on what you deal with. When we get around to the monster board, you'll see what I'm talking about. So these are the characters that were in there to kind of set those things off, right? What do we got? Hey, Hector, what's going on? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. So then we move up to the board. The board itself, where you'll play. This board is made up of six mats that you saw in the unboxing that I did in the video previously. I'll link to that in the description after this video. But they have 6 mats that build up the dungeon. You can twist and turn and lift and shift, and they're double-sided, flip them over, and set up the dungeon any way you want. Any way you want. If you want to play the scenarios, it tells you how to set those things up, which is how I have this set up, which is for scenario 1. So I'll break out yon book of scenario, and this is the scenario book. And in the scenario book, it comes with 1 through 10. But if you want to play 1 through 10, you have to have the extra stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be playing scenarios 1 through 4. 1 through 4. And that is a lot. If you're like, oh, you only get 4 scenarios, it's a lot. Because one scenario is 3 levels long. And I'm only going to play 1 level tonight so you can see how long the level's going to be. You got time. So what you see here lined up on here, that these things like this and stuff, they are doors. These are the doors of the dungeon. And you can look here and see that this one's called like the Well of Eternity. Well, every single chamber has a door. That's what you see seated out. So basically when you start the game, you set up the mat and every single chamber gets a door. It doesn't matter what type of door, it's up to you. But I just placed doors as I saw fit. Then from there, the scenario tells you to grab what's on here. So for instance, on scenario 1, it says scenario 1, Into the Depths. Where's the scenario happening? It's happening in Witherbrook. Okay, so we're defending the village of Witherbrook. Ah, you have arrived. I welcome you here as to the land of Avalon. I am Rhinosis, sworn defender of these troubled lands. I trust your journey from Hope's Reach was a safe one. It wasn't. All is not well here. Monsters plague our land, bringing death and destruction in their wake. Your first task is to speak to the villagers and see if there is anything you can assist them with to gain their trust. to gain their trust in you. So, you see these 3 that are right here that says, and I'll hold these up. So it'll focus on the book where it says quest table level 1, quest table level 2, quest table level 3. Those are all your quests to do to complete the scenario. The main one that you see up top here, and the one that we'll be focusing on tonight, is this one here that says the Baron's Wife, Chambers of the Corrupt, and Kill the Guardians. Every single bottom one across all of them is going to be Kill the Guardians. Think of it as, I want you to think of it like Diablo, right? Think of it like Diablo. So you're at Tristram, and you're going down into the tunnels to fight a monster of some type. Then after you kill that boss monster and finish out the mission, you're coming back to Tristram to only go back down into the tunnels to fight another boss and another boss and another boss until you get to Diablo, right? That's kind of what's happening here. So the first one, there is the Baron's Wine, which is the first quest. And then even with this quest, there's a side quest that you have to complete. Yes, you have to complete it. It's called the Chambers of the Corrupt, and then you have to kill the Guardians. Once you do those things, you finish the level 1 set, the level 1 missions. You port back to town, you upgrade, you buy stuff, you do all this other cool stuff, you take part in Celebration Day, which we'll talk about when I get over to that side of the table. And then you go back into the dungeon, now newly buffed up, ready to face level 2. And level 2 is harder. And then you face level 3, and level 3 is harder. So once you finish all 3 of those, you've completed that one scenario. This is why it says it can take 240 hours. So when you're setting this up, this book is pretty straightforward in terms of setting things up. It gives you some variances, but it also gives you some options. So here's the variance of it. So right here, the dungeon that you're going to set up is called Ancient Ancient Ruins. And if you want to know what that is, you go to the quick reference, and you flip to that, and it says Ancient Ruins, and you set it up just like this, which is what you see below. So once you set that up, you're good to go. All right, I'm going to take a pause for a second because I was so excited to jump in and start explaining all this stuff to you that I didn't let you know that the Kickstarter is up. And with the Kickstarter, it is going on. It has 28 more hours left to go. He's going for 85. He's at 69, which I think puts him at about 81% funded right now. I think 81 is the number. My math could be bad. But basically, take a look at the Kickstarter, see if it's something that's interested to you. I believe the link is below in the description if you want to take a look at it. It's got 28 hours to go, 566 backers. And yes, I backed the Slayer of the Realm thing because I want it all. So 1 to 6 players, it gives the game information. And Roger really breaks down in here his thoughts, how, he talks about Avalon, the adventure board game, which is a separate game to Dungeon Crusade. That you get with Dungeon Crusade. So you get that information in there. He talks a lot about his passion, his drive to make a game that really matters and that he really cares about the community. So this stuff is in here. He's got some playthroughs from a really cool guy named Adam from Rolling Solo, and then he's got this jerk-faced guy named Derek from Canje Studios. I don't know that guy. He sucks. So he's got that guy on here doing an unboxing. Then he talks about the patrol route system. But watch that Adam guy. Adam's awesome. So then he talks about Avalon. He talks about his passion for the project. And then you just start seeing the content that you get, right? Content that you get, which is a lot. You get a lot of stuff with this. But then you get down here to the pledge levels where it says, here are the things that you're getting, right? You're getting... If you get the Crusader of the Realm, this is what you get. You get the Ancient Rooms and the Tunes of Kaladar maps as well for that much. That's the base one to start off with. And then if you're like me and insane, you go for Slayer of the Realms where you get everything. You get everything. Everything. If you made it, you got it. So you get the Slayer of the Realms edition that's on here, and you were able to pick that up. So I just kind of wanted to, and if you want to know what's in it, this tells you. If you already have Dungeon Crusade from the first printing that just recently delivered, here's an upgrade pack that you can purchase for $15 to get more. But the Kickstarter is going. It's going for a little bit more time. So if it's something that interests you, check it out after you see this playthrough. But I just wanted to give that a really great shout out about it. So, okay. Setting up. All right, back to setting up. So here's the cool thing, and here's how the game is made. This is when I was doing setup, because when I got set up, I popped open this book, and I looked at this, and I was like, what the hell is all of this? And then I read the quick reference guide, and I was like, oh, that's what it means. Okay, this is easy. This actually makes all the sense in the world. Hey, Mel, how's it going? Pull up a chair. Hey, James, how's it going? Pull up a chair. Chad, bring it in. Jason, how's it going? So, basically, this looks like a lot, but it's not. It's not at all. So if you look at the dungeon that you're starting on, which I showed you, which says Ancient Ruins, you set that up. Then you can do this. For your first playthrough, it's best to just say each hero rolls, just give each hero 300 gold. If it's your first time playing, give yourself 300 gold. If it's not your first time playing, let the dice be your fate. So you're going to roll a d3. And on a 1, you get that. On a 2, you get that. On a 3, you get that. Straight up. That's it. That's all that means. Then we talk about the Bazaar. And we're going to talk about this right now because we're going to that side map. So the Bazaar is where you go and you buy potions and torches. Right? Torches actually have a meaning in this dungeon, which is really great. Oh, that's awesome, James. That's awesome. So torches at the Bazaar, basically, if you look here, you see where it says novice, easy, normal, hard, expert, and master. So if you depend on the level of difficulty is how much stuff the Bazaar is going to have when you want to play. Now the dice that are overhead says, well, what if I don't want to choose normal or whatever mode it is? I want to let the dice decide. Okay, roll a d6. If you roll a 1, you get 8. If you roll a 6, you get 3. And do it for all of them. That's what the dice symbols mean. So you can let the dice drive how the game works and how the game rolls for you, right? Does that make sense? That's the reason why they're dice over everything. So it's like, it's either I want to play the game on a specific mode, or heck, I just want to roll dice and let the fates do what the fates do. And that's kind of that's what all these dice mean in this. So let's go to the Bazaar. So this is the Bazaar part that's up here. A lot of this is cut off because, yes, it is a table beast and my table can only hold so much. I could probably tip this just a little. There we go. So you can see the full level of the town. This is the town that you are in. Okay? Let me put this down. And I'm probably going to have to drop the temperature a little bit because it's getting hot, which means my camera will cut off. So I'm going to drop the temperature super low. Okay. So, this is the town that you are in. So whenever you come back from raiding in the dungeon, or whenever you go, do not play a random game starting off. It can be brutal. Hey, let them suffer. Let them suffer. So you can choose how you want this difficulty to play out. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I love a good challenge too. So you can choose the difficulty on how you want this stuff to play out. See, I gotta take off my jacket. It's getting real up in here. So this is the town right here. This is how you start off on the town. In the town, there are things you can do, and then there's things you can do only at a certain time. So you can go to the temple. If you go to the temple, you can get a blessing. These lovely blessing cards, and I can actually hold them up here because they show. Give your characters buffs depending on what you pick, or they can give your character nothing at all. So it all depends on what you pick. So basically, you would shuffle these bad boys up. Shuffle them up good. So I'm going to have some form of randomness. I don't seed my cards at all. It's just I wanted to set it up because setup is interesting. So, and I'll do a video on setup so you can see it. Roger has videos for setup on his channel. So you shuffle these up and then you put them there. You can get the blessing. Sweet. You have the House of Chance. You cannot go here and gamble until Celebration Day. And Celebration Day is the day that they celebrate that you came back from beating the dungeon. This is the town terror level. Basically, monsters are coming up out of the dungeon and doing nasty stuff to the town, like, double parking, not returning library books on time. God, I hate that. And just other weird stuff, like making dogs and cats get along. Like, it's mass hysteria. So every single time a monster escapes the dungeon or raids out of the dungeon, the town terror level goes up. Once the town terror level hits max, you lose. You're defeated. Game over. Chuck it up. Start over. So you want to make sure the town doesn't stay in that state. And the town terror level sticks around while you go through the different scenarios, right? There's the resurrection altar that's up here. The Bryans are here. Hey, Brian. Words Canje should never say. I think I will let dice control my fate. You don't know. It works sometimes. So, the resurrection altar, if your character dies, when your character dies, this is where they will be resurrected at the resurrection altar. The blacksmith. The blacksmith is the heart of the town. This set of cards that you see up here is the blacksmith's shop. So you get to buy stuff from the blacksmith shop. You get to buy common items, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary items, which I randomly shuffled and pulled from the deck. And I did. If you're going to buy from the blacksmith shop, you just pick up the deck, look through the whole darn thing, and whatever you want to buy for the cost that's here, you buy it. That's it. And each character can buy and do whatever they want, and when you come back, it refreshes itself, which I had to learn because I was going through, like I said, remembering so much. This is the Bazaar where I was talking about. So basically, the amount of cards that are here, you can let fate control. So I'm going to pull this up one more again. So you can see. You see here where it says Bazaar inventory, blacksmith inventory. You see those dice? So you can either go novice, easy, normal, hard, expert, or master to say what's in the shop, or you can roll dice and let the fates decide. I went with normal, so I've already built the deck. I've already randomly selected those cards for those and put them here. They're always different. Always different. So that's cool. Okay, swing over. This is the academy. The academy is where you go to learn new skills. So, and you have to spend, I keep forgetting the word, it's called life force, I think is what it's called. But when you spend it, you can upgrade. For instance, I randomly selected, and once again, I'll do a setup video so you can see everything. I just want you to see gameplay. But I randomly selected 2 of the things that the barbarian can do. So he can learn frenzy charge or chain spear in the academy. The cleric can learn divine healing or blessings in the academy. The rogue can learn 2 skills and that type of thing. So you only learn 2 skills. Replayability for the academy is the other skills that I randomly pulled out, you can add those back in and take something else out and play it again. So that's where you go to learn these skills and spend life essence to do those. And you get those from killing guardians, killing champions, that type of thing. Okay, so that is the town. That's what this is, right? The town also has a gem crafter. Oh yes, you can socket items, which is great. Here, this is a perfect example of an item that can be socketed. So you see this item here? Where it says Scepter of Slaying, you see where it's blue in that top right? Well, right below that blue dot is a clear spot. That's where you can socket this item. So socketing the item means that you're going to go mining, which is going to lead into this board. But when you go mining, you find specific things, right? You find specific ore. The blacksmith can refine those ore into gems, such as this bad boy that gives you, that basically gives you something. This recipe will create a gem. Oh, then you flip it, and this is what you get. So you'll get the Sunstone Prowess Gem, which gives you +2 spirituality that you can put on any weapon with a socket. So it's great. It's great. 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 So that is the town. There's lots and lots and lots to do there. When you get back from town, you're going to deal with Celebration Day, and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, I left mining off for last because I wanted to get to, I want the gem crafting off for last because I wanted to get to how do you gem craft. Well, you see me leaning across the table here. You can buy a pickaxe. I know this is kind of bright, so I apologize. I'm used to my other camera. I need to still gauge this one up a little bit. So you can buy a pickaxe. Come on, focus. Focus on this. Nope, over here. There we go. You can buy a pickaxe that you can use, and it can dull as you keep using it. It can dull by, you roll a d12, and if you hit a 12, it dulls. If you hit an 11 to 12, 10 to 12, 7 to 12, until it does dull and it becomes a dull pickaxe, which you have to go back to town and get the blacksmith to sharpen it again. So you get that so that you can go through and mine as you're in the dungeon. And yep. Hopefully Canje does better than my D100 dungeon characters currently doing. This game is completely random. It's random. Everything that happens in it is random, which is great. Okay, so that is the town. We'll shift down to the Dungeon AI board, which is this. So I'm going to tilt this back down a little so you can see this. So this is the Dungeon AI board. The Dungeon AI board, you'll be like, man, that looks a mess. It's not. It actually makes sense. This is the mining node. So why is there 4 mining nodes? Because on here, where you randomly seed... Here. Oh, sorry. You can't see that. Here, where you randomly seed there, under there, I'm not going to flip it because I'm going to be playing this game, but under here, it says what type of mining node that you've hit, A, B, C, or D. And you'll see here, let me move you a little bit. Come on, let me see. You see where it says mining right here where it says mining D. So if you get from a mining D node, you pull from this. If you get an A, you pull from that deck. And these decks have been curated in terms of they not like I've had to split them all up, add in some specific cards, shuffle them all up, and then put them back in here. And just to make sure that there's no shenanigans going on, I don't mind shuffling these up to see what's inside, to show you what's there. But, like, for instance, when you mine, you flip it over, you see what you find. I found a ruby gemstone. So, that type of thing. So, you just shuffle them up. Just to make sure there's no shenanigans. I don't stack any deck. Anyone who has watched me play before will know I don't stack the deck. I am terrible on my own. I'm an average player. The dice rolling, I'm a below average player. Alrighty. So all that stuff's in. Okay. Okay. No, I didn't shuffle. So just shuffle these real quick so you can see. Sweet. Done. Okay, so that's how mining works. When I find a node, I mine the node. Once I find the gems I need to make the whatever I want to make, I go to the blacksmith, I make it. And then I socket it in my item, and I continue to kick butt. Okay, that's this part. Then we move across here. These are your missions to complete the scenario. There is the level 1 mission, which deals with usually level 1 monsters and a level 1 guardian, and we'll show you that stuff. There's a main quest, a side quest, and to kill the guardian. Once you complete a quest, you just flip it over to where it says cleared. And then once you clear all 3, you flip this over to green, saying that the dungeon has been cleansed. Level 1 has been cleansed. So once that's done, you've got 3 more turns after that before you're teleported out to town. So that's what you want to do. And every level teleports you out to town. So it's not you have to complete all 3 before you can go. Every level does it. All right. For people who have played Torchlight, if you played Torchlight, here's the mechanic that's from that's like Torchlight. You have a dog named Albus. No, it's not Dumbledore. You have a dog named Albus. This is your fetch hound. This dog can hold 3 things. This dog can hold 4 potions, 3 other items, and the dog moves by rolling a d6 and adding a 6 to it within the dungeon. This dog can hold up to 1,000 gold. And this dog can also level up. So your fetch hound... Ooh, are you know? Don't be blurry. Fix yourself now. There we go. So this lovely fetch hound is like Torchlight, though. It's like your companion in Torchlight. If you've got a bunch of stuff on you, you could be like, here, Albus, dump, go to town, sell the stuff, bring me back the money. You can even tell Albus to take gems to town. The blacksmith will craft the gem. You'll get the gem, and Albus will run it back to you. You can even run Albus between players if you want. Albus has a turn just like everybody else, but you determine when Albus's turn is. He could go at any time. So Albus can carry stuff and go back to town and get things for you if you need them while you're in the dungeon. He is your safety net. So that is this quest board. Okay, this is the Guardian spawn zone. So basically what this says is, based on the book, all this stuff came from the setup manual, and it came from this book piece where you see it says Guardian spawn track right here. And because I'm going at normal mode, gosh, this thing's terrible. I need to cure it. I need to fix this camera a little bit. But because I'm going at normal mode, it says 18. And what that means is, at the Guardian spawn phase, I'm going to roll a d20. If I roll an 18 or higher, the Guardian spawns. If I roll less than an 18, the Guardian doesn't spawn. And then I tick this down to 17. and then I keep ticking it down until I hit 11, and then I'm going to roll an 11 and the monster's going to show up. My luck, I'm going to roll an 18 on the first roll, and then the guardian will show up. So this just tells you what you need to roll to make the guardian show. And we'll get into these lovely decks over here in a second. So that's what this is for. This is the teleport deck, so after you complete all the missions, you don't have to do them in specific order, as you do them however you want. But after you complete all missions, this starts kicking down. And it kicks down to 3 turns, 2 turns, 1 turn, you're teleported back to town for Celebration Day. Okay. Then we go to raid difficulty, which is here. So this, once again, these numbers here are a dice type. If you notice, there's D4, D8, D12, D6, D10, and D20. If you pick normal mode like I did, you roll a D10. That means that when you get to the monster phase, you're going to roll and see if your monster becomes a raid monster, which means it's time to go steal some more library books from the library or tip over a parking meter. So if it's raid, it's going to start trying to head out of the dungeon to go terrorize the town. So you have to stop it from doing that. That is what that is for. This is the population of the minion population of the dungeon. Think of minions as trash bombs, which is what they are. I mean, that's what Roger was calling them. Is that it tells you how many are wandering around the dungeon, and there's a really cool wander mechanic in this game in terms of how they move, where they spawn, all that other stuff. So it's different than what I've seen before, and I really like it. But normal mode says that there's going to be 5 minions populating the dungeon. They don't pop out until the monster phase is when they're going to pop up. So we got that side. This is the combat zone where it's 3 phases of combat that'll determine what's happening. When we get into combat, I'm going to go through all that. I spent like all day looking at that, and my brain is mush. So we're gonna get through that, and you'll see this in action. All right. Celebration Day. After you've completed your level, any level that you want, after you complete your level, you're teleported out back to town for Celebration Day. On Celebration Day, you draw one of these cards. You know what? I'm gonna turn this one off. This one's too stinking bright. You draw one of these cards, and there's something cool that happens to you when you draw one of these cards. So that's Celebration Day. There are treasure chests, like this one, and this one, and that one over there. There are treasure chests littered all over the dungeon. If you land on a treasure chest, you can open it up, which lets you draw one of these treasure chest cards. And when you draw one of these cards, you see what's in the chest. So I'll give these a shuffle. Once again, no shenanigans for me. No shenanigans. I do not curate decks. I do not do any of that stuff. When I fail, it's going to be on my own. There's also an encounter phase. So every single time, every single round, you're going to draw an encounter card. And the deck tells you how to build them precisely, which is why I'm not going to shuffle this first one, because it tells you set that on top to begin as your first encounter so that you're not dying. So there is, so every single round I'll be dealing with an encounter. There is a variant that that Roger created that's called the Scalable difficulty reference card, right? He's put this on his website that you can print out. Oh, I got a glare on there. Hold on one second. Need to take care of that problem quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, almost in a hurry. There we go. Boop. Okay. So, no more of that. No more of that craziness. Alright, so this Scalable reference card, that's right here, that says, use the Scalability reference card to adjust the values on events and challenges in the encounter to make it a little bit more fair for when you're starting off. So, level 1 heroes, when a hero must roll a d20 for an event, a challenge, a treasure chest card, or a trap card, deduct 6 from the value that you have to, that basically the DC, right? For people who play D&D. Subtract 6 from that, and then roll the die and see how you do. And that kind of scalability helps an easier barrier of entry. I'm going to be using that in this playthrough because I'm going to need all the help I get in dice rolling. Okay, I'm going to go back to the really bright screen for a sec because we got to talk about the monsters. And this is the best place to see it. So we've got our guardians that are here. So these are the ones that are going to be appearing in the dungeon. When it's time to draw one, I'm going to shuffle the deck. So like I said, I don't curate it. I'm going to shuffle the deck and draw a 1. So whenever it's time to summon the guardian, that guardian's going to pop up, and we'll deal with how he's gonna pop up. We've got our champion. So how do champions appear? Champions appear when I go into chambers. That's where the champions are sitting, and I have to deal with the champions and fight them and deal with whatever they have to do to my face. So basically, like, here there's a level 3 monster that I know is in here. That's a level 3 champion. And I would shuffle and then draw from the level 3 champion deck, and whoever's fighting that monster is going to have to deal with that monster. Then there are the minions. And these minions, which is at the bottom here, are basically the scrubs of the dungeon, right? Those are the ones that are wandering around out here looking for stuff and going to turn into raid monsters to do horrible things to the town. Okay, so there's a lot to set up. That's why I said there's a lot to it. And I haven't even played yet, and I'm still telling you about what's all in this game. I've seeded the dungeon with the necessary quest items. If you notice, some things are red because of the quest. And I've seeded them with champions in specific rooms, quest items in specific rooms, treasure chests that's throughout, mystery chambers, secret chambers, because there's such things as secret rooms, empty rooms, crates that you can break to find stuff. Sometimes when doors lock, you gotta go through lock-picking exercises. There is a lot to this game, so that's why I was like, Roger's in the chat, he's awesome, and he will help. It's important to organize the game when you first unbox it. That will help tremendously with setup. That is correct, Hector. You are absolutely right. How long did it take me to set this up, Scott? You know what? I'd probably say 10 minutes. No, 15 minutes. It took me 15 minutes to set it up. It took me 15 minutes to set it up because I didn't know what I was doing and I was learning from going through the quick setup reference. But if you were to ask me to set it up now, I say 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to set it up. Are there any other questions I'm missing? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking. I don't have money, just paid rent. That sounds to me, Tara, like you could be playing this board game while you're living in your car. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Yes, I'm playing with traps, Mel. I am playing with traps. Which is a terrible thing for me to go through. Monopoly board game. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing? No, I think that's it. Everybody else saying hi. So I want to welcome everybody who's popping in and coming to check out what this game looks like and how it plays. Roger's put a lot of passion into this, and you'll see with like just the stuff I've named. Right? This is just the stuff that I've named that's in here. There's still a lot more, but I want to get into the game before it's like midnight. So let me kick this thing off. Okay. So our first quest is called the Baron's Wine. And this is our main quest. If you flip it over, he has done a really great job. And I'll read this out really quick. It's a short card to say what we're trying to do. You can see that it is a main quest by that symbol that's on there. So this is kind of like the backstory of the quest, our objective, and how to set up the dungeon. And I've already set it up. So, as the evening draws in, the heroes head into the village tavern for some much-needed rest after a long journey to Witherbrook. Upon entering, a stout, slightly drunken older gentleman approaches the heroes. My word! Look at these grand adventurers before me! I welcome you to Witherbrook! He takes a few steps back and looks the heroes up and down. May I ask a small favor of you? I am Baron Bartholomew Whitmore. I own much of the land surrounding the ancient ruins and would use some of the chambers within the ruins to store my prized wine collection. We can no longer enter the ancient ruins because of these blasted monsters. I would like you to enter into the ancient ruins and retrieve 2 bottles of my sparkling cherry jubilee wine. However, there is a small problem, I dropped the key to the wine collection within the spider lair the last time I was there. You must first find the key that unlocks the doors to the wine collection. Good luck. Alright, so our objective is the heroes must retrieve 2 bottles of wine from for Baron Whitmore that lie within the chambers of the ancient depths. They must first journey into the spider lair to locate the onyx key that will unlock the chamber doors within the ancient depths, allowing them to search the rooms. Okay, so we'll talk about that. This is the spider lair. It says spider lair on it. I know you can't really see it that well, but it says spider lair on it. And then this is where the ancient depths, where the wine is. These red doors, they're red because it says you can't unlock those doors until you go here and search those 3 rooms. And within one of those 3 rooms is the key that's been randomized. So it's not going in a specific place, it's going in a specific room. Yeah, I lost the weight of my bed at 3:30 a.m. Game seems interesting as I have no money this month. Will there be other opportunities later? Yeah, Roger can answer that one. This game would be awesome. Foreteller would be awesome to do the stuff for this, which would be great. So we got to get the key, get the wine. Our side quest is called the Chamber of the Corrupt. A young captain of the Avalon Valiant Army comes rushing up to the heroes. Friends, please wait. I must speak to you at once. He explains that his men have pinpointed an area of the ancient ruins where a specific group of monsters reside that have been a significant cause of recent raids on the village. He explained that 2 of his men sustained injuries in the last assault in their attempt at dealing with this threat. So the town guard sucks. Okay. He is asking for the heroes to venture into this area of the dungeon and eradicate these monsters in hopes of lessening the raids on the village. So our objective for the side quest that we have to finish is the heroes need to venture forth into the ancient ruins to an area known as the Tomb of Saint Viticus, north and south, and slay a group of monsters that have been raiding the village. Clear all the chambers within that area of any monsters, and that is the side quest. And then our other one is to kill the guardian that's in the room. So we've all said yay. Yes. Yeah, quest items are always randomly. Everything on this board beside the doors are randomly placed. Let's not just say quest items. Everything is randomly placed. The only thing that is consistent on here are doors. That's it. And your starting area, which is here. Okay. So, I need to get the... Let's go through turn order. And I gotta get my bag. I got a bag. I got a bag of stuff. Because shaking stuff in my hand is getting annoying. Okay. So, there are 5 phases to this game. I gotta get out my book just to make sure I don't screw stuff up. The first phase is called the upkeep phase. But, oh, we haven't gotten there yet. We're not ready. We're not ready. Oh my gosh. I'm wasting my money. So, before we begin, we are in town. We're here. And we get to buy stuff. So, from Avalon, the adventure board game. I don't know why I keep calling it an adventure card game. It could be. But from Avalon, the adventure board game, I went questing in the world, and I found me some money. Yay! So I also found the golden key, whatever that's for. So I've got a lot of money to spend, but I've decided to add in, and I talked to Roger about this, and he said it was perfectly fine. He said it was fine. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give them 500. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give them. So okay, so this is what they brought back from going through Avalon, the adventure board game. Now I'm going to start them also off by saying that thematically, freeing up the dungeon, the town was like, awesome, here's 300 gold each. So they're all going to start with 300 gold as well, and they can share money. So it's not that, okay, this isn't Gloomhaven where it's like, nope, no sharing money, but you got is your own because you're a selfish person. It's they all starting off with 300. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to the blacksmith because I want to upgrade some weapons. And we're gonna look at common weapons. And we look at common weapons. BRB in a while. Yeah, no problem, no problem. And we're gonna look at common weapons because I care about this little symbol that says T1. I can only hold I can only hold items that are my level or lower. So this is T1 items, which means I can only hold tier 1 items. So wanting to jump into this lovely, lovely epic gear and a legendary gear, those are all T3s. I can't wear them just yet. So I go through these items and I look through what's here for what I want to get for my heroes. Well, I see a driftwood bow that's in here. I promise you I did randomly pick this stuff up. So I see a driftwood bow that costs 300 gold. That would be great for our archer because, or we can take a look around because our party also has stuff that kind of works against them. For instance, I know that Faith sucks at ranged. She gets a -3. I can buy her this driftwood bow for her to hold in her hand because she can dual wield, right? I can have her have this driftwood bow so that instead of it being -3, this has a +1, so it'd be -2. And if I hit, I do +1 damage on it. So you can. This is where the people who like to min-max. This is where this game is for you. So you can shift, you can make your characters however you want them. They have a base stat. But you can curate them however you want into the character. I keep saying curate, it's a stupid word. You can build them however you want based on what you buy for them. If you want Melikak, I said his name right, Roger. If you want Melikak, who is terrible at arcane, to be great at arcane and be a barbarian caster, just upgrade him with abilities that offset that -3 to something else to make it positive, to make it +5. And now you've got Melikak, who is the arcane barbarian. So you get to build these things however you want. Okay, however you want to spec them, that is completely up to you. Okay, so we've got a driftwood bow, the jade ring, which boosts up arcane. We've got the myth of the mind, which actually boosts up mythical and spiritual, which is actually pretty awesome. I think I might give that to Pollum. You got a short sword, a footman's sword, which builds up a physical, another ruby ring, an axe that builds up chaos, which I like chaos, a sandalwood staff, redwood, rusty, a sacred pendant that basically if I exhaust this, I recover 2 essence, and channel this card at any time to recover 2 essence. To recharge and unchannel the sacred flame, you must pay 1 life force during it, which is that green. So basically, when you tap this and you get 2 essence back and you tap it, you can't untap it until you pay a life force to do it, which is that green thing. Not your life, but actually what you use to upgrade your characters with. You have to pay 1 to untap it. So it's kind of like, it's a one-time burn type of thing, but you get to hang on to it and, use it again. So this myth of the mind interests me. I know that Pollum is terrible with spiritual. This will at least help her. So I'm actually going to buy this necklace Huge pro Crusader tip. You want your heroes to dual wield in the shopping phase. Try to do this. Gotcha. So I'm going to get the Myth of the Mind for her, which is a necklace that she can wear. And that costs 200 gold. So 200 gold gone. And we still got lots of funds to go. So I'm just kind of shopping around. This is Arcane, who's terrible at Arcane. And it's a ring. Well, Melikak's terrible at Arcane, but so is Enwin. Enwin is terrible at Arcane. But I could give it to Zeke. Zeke is great at Arcane. He has a base of +3. This would make him a +5. That means that if I fight a creature that I can fight with Arcane, I'm rolling a dice and I'm adding a 5 to it. I actually have no choice but to do that because I want him to be stupid strong. So, 300 gold, going there. There's one with an axe. Alrighty. I'm gonna buy this lovely axe of the dual axe for Melikak. Because, yeah. So that's 200 gold. And these cards, yeah, dual wield that axe. So I'm dual wielding that axe for reals. So, let's see. So Melikak's got his axe, and he's got the dual axe. He's dangerous. Okay, so what do we got? Oh wait, he can't. He can't. He can't. If I remember the rule correctly, Roger, correct me if I'm wrong. He can't dual wield 2 axes. It has to be like an axe and a sword or an axe and a bow. It can't be 2 axes, right? Tell me if I'm right or wrong there. Either way, I got something for him if he can't dual wield that. And I'm gonna give that to I'm actually gonna give that to Faith. And she'll give him the money. And then he will get a +4 on hit by a footsman's sword for 200. Yeah. So he'll do that. Got another ring. We could use that. Sir Big Man, what do you got? We're terrible at that, but here we go. I'm gonna give you a rusty dagger. 200. And then I'm gonna buy her this ranged ring for 300. Okay. I can shop here all day. So I'm like, I just need to buy stuff and keep moving. Keep moving. So everybody's got something. We got left 1, 2, 3, and a stupid amount of money, so I might be buying more stuff. Let's see the uncommons. Are there any level 1s in the uncommons? Nope, level 2. Can't do it. Okay, so might be buying more stuff. What do we got? You're dual wielding, you're dual wielding. You can dual wield. Yeah. Yeah, let me get you that with a steel sword for 300. You're dual wielding. You really don't need to. And you've got a ring and a bow. And you'll also have a sandalwood staff for 200. Okay. There we go. We're good. Oh, alright, Seth. Thanks for joining. So, now we're gonna buy potions. Because I've got $1,000. So we're gonna buy potions. Each person's going to get... Each potions cost 100, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna need all of this, which would give me 4. Then I'm going to get... So potions heal you for health. Elixirs cure afflictions, because afflictions suck. And I need to get some torches as well, because torches help with movement. And the ochre juice regenerates essence. I'm gonna buy 1 ochre juice for your boy here. That's 100 gold. Who else uses essences a lot? He's gonna use a lot, I know that. I'm gonna buy 3 elixirs. Because people who are gonna get afflicted, we know Sir Brennus is really good at that. Paula might be good at that, and Malekith might be good at that, which leaves me with 1,000. Then I'm gonna buy some torches. Everyone gets a torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaving me with 400 gold. That's where we leave. Is the game balanced enough though? If you can't duel well, you can choose not to if you don't want to, Brian. Yeah, so you can choose. So we've got 400 left. Who doesn't have a ring? Get somebody a ring. Yeah, I'll buy this ruby ring. YOLO. We'll give this ruby ring to somebody who's terrible at give this ruby ring to Sir Brennus. Why not? And so we got 200 gold left. We're good. So I'm gonna bank this. I got a golden key. Everybody else got their own stuff. And we've got lots of loot to go into the dungeon. Okay. We also get a tavern quest. There we go. So we also get a tavern quest. So we go into the tavern, and we draw this. There's the tavern. There's basically a tavern deck that you get a tavern quest each one that you run through. And it says a ring for Eliza. Captain Briggs has requested the heroes to meet him at the tavern to ask a favor of them. He would like to present a ring to his daughter for a gift, but he needs certain gems to have this ring crafted. Our task: the hero needs to mine for 1 piece of ruby stone, jade, iolite, and sunstone. This task can be turned in on any celebration day. Upon turning in this task, the heroes will receive 1,000 gold. So this is our task that we get from from going to the tavern. We just get one to start on your first mission, right? But other than that, go to the tavern, get another task, and you can continue to do that. So there's the main quest, the side quest, kill the guardian, and now a tavern quest. Once again, level 1 of scenario 1. So if you're like, oh man, we only get 4 missions, there's a lot to do in a scenario, even in the first level. Okay, we're in the dungeon, we're ready to play. I have leveled up my character. Well, I've given my characters a bunch of stuff, we're ready to go. So the first phase, there are 5 phases. As I said, the first phase is the upkeep phase. So if you have any afflictions, from the last turn, the afflictions would take effect. We test torches, so if any torch is lit, which none of them are, if any torch is lit, you roll to see if it stays lit. You roll a d12, and on a 1 or 2, the torch goes out, and you lose the torch. You can unchannel special abilities if you need to. You can assign, and then we assign initiative tokens, which is what I got here. And this is why I broke out my bag. So, this is the cool thing about Dungeon Crusade. The party is 6, where you're saying, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. But you can break them up. You can split the party. And it's probably good to split the party up. I'm going to split them up in groups of 3. And based on how I assign these things, it's going to be how it's going to go. So you basically take your initiative tokens, and you assign them out to however you want. So my party is going to consist of, I've got somebody who's really great at chaos and physical, so I really don't need him going with Sir Brennan. But I do need him going with somebody who has other better stats. He is really weak in Arcane. Oh, but Zeke is fantastic in Arcane. So matching Malekith and Zeke together might be really great. Zeke, where Zeke is weak, Malekith makes up for it. And where Malekith's weak, Zeke makes up for it. But then we also have both of them who are kind of okay, kind of hit or miss on the clerical stuff. So we can pull another, and they're not really great on range. So Zeke and Malakak are going to be hanging out as buddies. Like, this is once again party composition, right? So I'm building up the party of how I'm going to play it. And then we just need one more for the party. Well, I know Sir Brennus is great at spiritual. He's not great at chaos. But Pollum is great at chaos. So Pollum and Sir Brennus are going to hang out, which then leaves these two to be assigned where they're going to go. So they kind of make up for each other's misses. I'm gonna put Enwin with Malakek and Faith with these two. So we're gonna shift people around on the board. So these three are gonna hang out. And these three are gonna hang out. Then we basically say it's going to be, you're going to go fifth, Faith's going to go first, Enwin's going to go sixth, Malakek's going to go fourth, Paul's going to go second, and Sir Brennus was going to go, actually, Sir Brennus will go, no, Sir Brennus will go third. So group 1, 2, 3, group 4, 5, 6, and we're going to divide and conquer. So remember, we have 2 missions. We have 2 missions. Number 1, we need to get the key from here to get the wine from here. That's the main. The side quest is to come over here and kill everything in those chambers. So we're talking about killing. Oh, Malakek likes that. He likes putting an axe in people's face. So group Malakek is going to go towards the tomb of Saint Viticus, and group Faith is going to go towards getting the key. Okay. Now we're ready to get started. Yeah, because these ones I got are level 2. I'm going to hang on to those for later. So basically, that was the upkeep phase. Then we draw, after the upkeep phase is done, and we set everything out. Place the red token, teleport track, initiative. We did initiative. And now we go to the encounter phase. So the encounter phase, we come over here, we draw the top card of the encounter layer and flip it over and see what it does. Well, we knew what this was going to be because Roger's really nice and just says interlude. The heroes proceed onwards deeper into the dungeon's twisted passages. So that was the first card. Nothing happens because he is kind and doesn't want bad things to happen as soon as we step into the dungeon. Thank you, Roger. So then we deal with, after that, it's the Guardian phase. So we're going to take this D20. Oh yes, it's dice rolling time. We're going to take this D20, and we're going to roll it. If I roll an 18 or above, the Guardian appears. If I roll anything below that, the Guardian does not appear yet. I rolled a 4, so the Guardian does not appear. Yep, so the Guardian doesn't appear. So that's the Guardian phase. Then we go to the hero phase. Now it's our turn to play. Okay, our movement. Movement does not cause an action. Yes! I hate when movement causes an action. So, as a hero, I can do many things, and movement is not an action. You get 2 actions that you can take per turn. 2 actions. And those 2 actions do not include movement. I'll say that again. Do not include movement, which is fantastic. So Team Faith, who is going to be headed towards getting the key, if you want to see how they move, let's go to their sheet. This is their movement. So basically, Faith is going to roll a d6 and add 2 to it, and that's how far she can move. So it varies every single time you can move. It's not, okay, you have a move of 3. It's, no, you have a base move of, plus 2 to whatever d6 that you roll. So I'm going to grab a d6. I'm going to grab a d6, roll that bad boy. Hey, awesome! Welcome to a night of you're gonna see a lot of this. So I rolled a 1. So it's a 1 plus 2, so she can only move 3. And you can move through characters. You can move through enemies. You can move through anybody. There's no only walls are the restriction. So she's headed that way. So she's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I got over here. So, and if you go to the quick reference guide to say what you can do, it says pre-action movement. So she moved, and she can't really do much because that's just where she is. Ooh, there's a secret room that's over there. You can probably try to get that secret room. So she's going to try to move again. Say, welcome to a long night of this. 1, 2, 3. She's done. So I'll put a tack on her saying that she went. Scott, it's only just begun. So then we'll go to oh, I know what she'll do. Well, not yet. It's not time to face anybody yet. Okay, so then we come to Paulum's turn because she's number 2. She's a d6 plus 4. She's our rogue, so she's quick. So okay, so she's gonna roll. So basically a d6 plus 4. Hey, so she can move 10. So she'll move 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? That secret door is really interesting me. It's in my blood. So I'm actually going to before I go in for my second action. Before I go in, I learned about this from Roger. I'm going to oh no, I'm not. I'm just going to go through the door because it's just a secret room. It's not a monster. So I'm going to go through the door. Oh yes, opening doors are free too. You don't have to pay for it. So 1. What did I move? I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, secret door. So. Let's talk about secret doors. I always have to go back to this because I have to keep reminding myself. Secret doors. I can be adjacent to a secret door. Adjacent to it, not on it. Okay. Then my action is going to be discover that secret. So this 1 discovery action equals 1 discovery attempt. So I'm going to try to discover that secret door. What does that mean? All right. So with that secret door, and this is a master tile is what it's called. And there's nothing on either side. All it says is secret room. So what you do is you come over here and there's these set of secret rooms that you find. I'm going to dump these in here and then I'll show you which one I pick. Oh, that's right. I have to discover the secret room. Right. Sorry, I'm still behind the door. You're right. I'm still behind the door. So then we flip this down. I told you to forget stuff. There's a lot. And you pull 1 out of here. Can you create a pres for just the base game without Avalon? Avalon's fun. Avalon's fun. So I pull 1 out, and this is what it says on it. So it says a 3 and a 13. What does this mean? It means I have 3 attempts to roll a 13. That's what that means. To basically get this. If I don't, the room locks. And I can't get into the room. So I have 3 attempts to roll a 13 on a d20. 3 attempts. And it says each discovery attempt is an action, I think. So here we go. 3 attempts on a 13. Snake eyes. 1. This is funny. 2. 3. There we go. So she also had, yep. So that room locks. Where did I put that? Where did I put it? I lost where I put it. I put it somewhere. This is, oh, here it is. It's like, this is why. So I failed that. So therefore the room is that green that's catching it. So when I do this, it should catch me. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Stop looking at other stuff. There we go. The room locked. So basically that room is now locked. If I want to attempt to lockpick, I can, and I have attempts to lockpick, and if I fail those attempts, then I can't lockpick it anymore. The room's dead to me. But that ends her turn. That was 2 actions. No, that was her first action. That was her first action. She's not done. That was her first action. The second action that she's going to do, because movement doesn't cost, and the attempt to discover was the first action, her second action is going to be to lockpick. So we're going to try to lockpick. Yep. I rolled 3 times. What was the other 2 from? What was the other 2 from, Roger? I rolled 3. Because her lockpick is where she gets the +2. From what I remember from reading and your video. So let me know what I'm missing. Because I think her lockpick is +2. Oh. Yeah. So when she's going to lockpick, then it'll be that plus her lockpick ability. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So the room's locked, and on her second action, I'm going to take these lockpicks. Right, I didn't discover it. I failed horribly. So the room's locked, so I'm going to lockpick. On 3 attempts, I failed. I don't think you've seen me roll dice before. Hello, Roger. My name's Derek. I'm a terrible dice roller. Ask anyone in the chat who's watched me roll dice before. So we draw one out of here. And this is what this thing says. Probably. I'm not sure. Come on, show my hands. Show my hands. Okay, so you see on there where it says ×3, 2, 2, 4. So basically, I have 3 attempts to roll 2, 2, 4 on the red, green, and blue die. D6. So red. Sorry, that's not red. Red, blue, and green. So basically, now it says that I have, good lord, here. I have 3 attempts to roll. I need to roll 2 or higher on a red, 2 or higher on a green, and 4 or higher on a blue. But I have 3 attempts, but because it's Pollen picking the lock, she gets, her lock pick skill is +2. So I actually get 5 attempts to solve this problem. So it helps. So I'm going to roll all dice. Oh, there you go. You did it. So remember, I needed a 2 or higher on red, a 2 or higher on green, and a 4 or higher on there. So I have unlocked the door. Ta-da! So you got to see lockpicking. So the door is no longer locked. It's unlocked. Yay. And it's unlocked. So that was my second action. Roger, do I get to discover the room now, or I have to wait until next turn? Because that was to lockpick the door, which should open the door, which should open up the secret room. If I understand that one correctly. And I'm going to drink water. These are the things to just keep in mind. But I picked the lock, so you saw me try to discover the door, fail the discover check. The room locked on me. I picked the secret. I picked the lock. If you have movement left, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So the room's locked 8, 9, which I'm adjacent. So I move in, and now I discover the secret room. When you discover the secret room, you grab these cards that say secret room on them. That say secret room on them. You give them a good old shuffle. And then you discover what secret we found. Back over here. And we found, I think it's that green that's really calling to this thing. You have discovered a treasure chamber. 1,500 gold. So we got 1,500 gold. Yay. Boom. 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 Money. Boom. Then you just discard that. And we have discovered that secret room. And that is the end of Paulum's turn. Next up, we have Sir Brennus. Sir Brennus has a d6 plus 2. So he moves 7. Brennus is part of that crew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll just chill it. That's the first action. The second one, he's gonna move. He's not gonna do anything. Second one, he's gonna move again. So 3. 1, 2, 3. As we start heading towards that direction. Oh, sorry, 3 right there. There's a trap there. I don't want to spring it. Okay, that ends his turn. And basically, that's what you're doing. You're taking turns as you go through here. Malakak, Zeke, Team Malakak, Zeke, and Enwin. So Team Malakak is going to take a different tact. His first action is he's going to light this torch. I believe that's an action. We're rich. Let's retire. Loot! Yeah, I know, right? So he's going to light that torch. Or is that a free action? Because you got so many freaking free actions. Hold on. Free action is to drink a potion, evade a chamber, trade. Light a torch is a free action. It's free, so that's not his first action. It's a free action. So he's going to light his torch as a free action, and then he's going to move. So he's going to roll a d6, which is a 6, plus 2 as his base stat, so that's 6, 7, 8. And because the torch is lit, he goes plus 2. It's all right, Julius. We're just getting into it. So he's actually moving 10 spaces as he makes his way to the Hall of Butchery. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's going to do that again. Use Albus now to go buy stuff. Not a bad idea. I should say, well, what's there to buy? There's nothing to buy yet. I bought everything. Albus is good. He's good. He's good. Ah! So that's a 2. So that's a 2 plus 2 as his base plus 2 for the torch. So it's 2, 4, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's amped. He is ready to go. He is ready to jam. The party. He's here. He is now. Do you mind me asking what cam you're using for your top-down view? Yeah, no problem. This is a Sony A6000 series camera. This is that's what this one was. This was one I got when I first moved to the new place to try to get a better setup so the table doesn't look like it used to with my tiny table. But yes, this is a Sony A6000, 6100, A6100. Yep, no diagonal movement permitted. So then we go to Zeke, who's going to light his torch as a free action. Zeke moves 3 plus 2, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do it again. That's 5 plus 2, 6, 7 plus 2, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then we go to Enwin, who's going to light her torch. She gets a +3 to movement. Yep, no problem. I thought of getting if you want to see what the A5000 looks like, my previous videos that I did when I first started, not first started, but like a couple months after I first started, that's done on the A5000 if you want to see what that looks like. Yeah. This one's great too. Yeah, I like it a lot as well. So she rolled 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then she'll do it again. 6, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, look, a treasure chest. So she's gonna do that. So I think I gotta land on a treasure chest. So boom. She lands on a treasure chest. We grab... You saw me shuffle the treasure chest deck. I'll pop over here. So the treasure chest deck is here that you saw me shuffle. So I'm gonna grab one off of there. This game looks fantastic on my 55. That's awesome. So that looks like a light of hope, but no. Explosion! The treasure chest exploded! Why did you make this, Roger? Why? As you raise the lid of the ancient chest, you hear a small click, followed by a violent explosion. Roll 1d10. Result is damage taken. Also, test range resistance 17. On a fail, you are stricken with the range affliction. Any heroes within 4 spaces of the chest must roll a d6. Result is damage taken. Heroes within the chambers are safe. Really, Roger? Really? You want to step away now when I set off an explosion? Okay. Let's deal with this in turn. It says you raise the lid, boom. So roll a d10. 2. So it said result is damage taken. So I take 2 damage, going down to 7 health. Then, because it said also, test range resistance, 17. So range resistance, hers is +3, and I'll hold that up. It's a lot of little bits. So you see her range resistance, which is right here, is a +3. So that means that whatever she rolls, she gets to add +3 to it. However, because we're using the scale difficulty, instead of it being a 17, so I roll a die, a d20, and I hope to roll something good. Instead of doing a 17, we subtract 6 from that test, which makes it a 11. So I have to make an 11. So whatever I roll, I'm going to add a 3 to and hope that it's over an 11. Yes. It is a 16. Don't you roll a 1. That's mean. It's a 16 that I rolled. So it's a 16 plus 3, 19. So I passed that. So it says, on a fail, you're stricken, so I'm not failed. I made it. Any heroes within 4 spaces, which is Malekith, rolls a d6, and that's how much damage they will take. 4. So he takes 4 damage. This is why I bought potion. Nope, you're not part of Team Malekith. Next here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 down to 8 health. Boom. And anyone that was in a chamber is safe. He's far enough away that he doesn't suffer. Thanks for that, Roger. Thanks for the exploding treasure chest. That's kind of how my life goes. Okay, so I think she's gonna stop there and be done. So that ends her turn. Because ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, so then we go to the monster phase. So it says consult the minion population track on the dungeon UI board. For what value the red token is on. If there are fewer monsters in the dungeon than that value, spawn in as many minions that are needed to meet this value. Minions and guardian monsters will now take their turn. So, let's go to the board of boards. So this game is so awesome. You like to watch me flail and fail, huh? Alright, so how to spawn monsters. Draw the top card of the monster deck corresponding to the quest table that the heroes are working on. So we're on level 1, so we'll be drawing level 1 minion monsters. Place the drawing cards in the monster area as the last monster to activate, and then roll a d8 to see where they're going to land. And they're going to be vagrant. Okay, so we're going to come over here, grab this deck, and give it a good shuffle. This is the level 1 minion deck. So we're basically spawning the cave trash. So the trash mobs. So we're gonna shuffle this up, give it a good shuffle. There is a lot of cards in this game. If you watched my unboxing or Rolling Solos unboxing, you'll see there's a lot of cards in this game. Lots and lots and lots. Oh my god. Okay, so, and I'm a bad card shuffler too. Any chance of getting the dungeons on Giant Neoprene, Matt? The dungeons change up so much. Noodlemans. The dungeons change up so much. Just glad it's not. Just no Canje. Just glad it's not just me getting the butt handed to me. The dungeons change up so much, and each one flips over and changes, and they're double-sided. That Neoprene wouldn't, unless you buy like 6 Neoprene squares. Not a bad idea, actually. Like smaller Neoprene. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, the sleeves. Roger, if you're back, can you kind of update them about like the sleeves and how they're coming along for sleeving these cards? Because there's a lot of cards to sleeve. Alright, so we're gonna draw. Boom! First monster is a Shadow Servant. I'm gonna hold these up closer so you can get a sense of what these cards look like, but I'm just drawing them now. So the Shadow Servant, and let's talk about. Actually, let's do it now. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this is a Shadow Servant. He is a level 1 monster. That's what you see here. He's not elite because that would be gold and I'd be dead. His fighting style is spiritual, arcane, and physical. So if I fight him, this is what I'm fighting him with. He has 1 health. His movement, he's a level 1 monster. His movement is a d6 plus 3. When he's dead, I will roll. If I get a 19 plus, I get a treasure. If I rolled a 19 plus as well, I get 100 gold. He's this type of monster, and this is his targeting. Remember when I said that's CR? He's going to target CR2s first, then CR1s, then CR3s. And he's got lovely little story that Roger's written at the bottom. So this is the first creature. I'm going to roll a D8 to see where he spawns. Oh, I need to get his mini, sorry. So, his stand E, not his mini, his standee. So I got a box of standees. So the Shadow Servant. But like I said, I just don't have the table space. Up here. Here you are. Shadow Servant. So the Shadow Servant's here. We're gonna roll a D8 to see where he's gonna get placed on the board. And why a D8? You see these little green puffs right here? Those are spawn points. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're gonna say where he's gonna spawn. So we're gonna roll this. He's gonna spawn in spot 6, which is over here. So he's gonna spawn in spot 6, and this lovely mechanic that Roger has in here. When he's on spot 6, it determines which way he's going to start walking as he's walking. So he's either going to go this way, and that's what these little feet print are if you can make them out on the board. So I'm going to take this die to say which way he's going to walk. So he's 6. And he's going to be going the path of the blue. So we're going to give him a blue standee to let me know that's the path he's walking on. That's number 1. Yeah, this is a lot. So that's his. Next one, because there are 5 monsters in this dungeon. Next one, the Blackwood Prowler. So he fights with arcane, spiritual, and chaos. So if I'm going to fight him, that's what I'm going to fight with. He has 2 health. He is an elite mob. Ouch. Before any warfare roll is made, the Black Prowler rolls a d20. On a result of 16 to 20, the amulet activates and all warfare values gain +3 for combat this round. So he just goes into savage mode. And he's green. He is green. You have green. And let's determine what path he's going to take. So he's spawning on 2, and he's taking path pink. 2 and path pink. So he is here. Okay. Next monster is the Cultist of Zool. There is no Dana. There is only Zool. Spiritual, arcane, and ranged. 1 health. Look at her lovely ability as being an elitist boss. Before combat, the cultist rolls a d20. She adds to her health if she gets a 16 to a 20. And she is green. She will spawn on spot 3, following blue. 3. Of course, you'd be all the way over here. Okay. Let's see, that's 3. 2 more to go. We've got the overgrown Black Rock Viper. The Vipers is mythical, ranged, and chaos. 2 health. And it's not elite, thank gravy. And it's a blue. It's a blue. Let's see where you're appearing. Now you can see how this game can take, right? 5 blue. 5 blue. So you're up there. And last one. The Wraith. So the Wraith is spiritual, mythical, and arcane. 1 health. Shadow Step. At the end of the Wraith's turn, it rolls a 1d20. On a result of 16 to 20, it takes an additional turn. This ability can only activate once per turn, so it can hit you twice. That's not fun, but it's green and it's elite. So it is green. And it is... I'll roll for which way it moves when we're going. 1. I'll roll for which way it moves when the time comes for them to move. Alright. So that's all 5 of them. Okay. Fun time. And they all activate now too, right? Because they spawn in and then they activate, I believe. Hero phase, monster phase. So draw them, spawn them up, roll a d8 to see where they're going to appear. If the square already has a minion, place it to the side. If a vagrant minion at any time is attacked or comes into line of sight, which is 4 squares with a hero, they become raiding, which means they start heading to the town. And then we roll the raid die on the scenario. So Roll the raid die. This depends on the scenario difficulty setting. If you roll the maximum result, then the minion will immediately convert into a raiding minion. Roll for the minion's movement. Okay, every time a minion is on top of... Okay, so... here we go. So this is the part, and Roger, you're gonna have to make sure I don't screw this up. So, the monsters have spawned. It is their turn. If they're within 4 squares of a hero, they're vagrant right now, which means they're just roaming the dungeons looking for stuff to kill. I still want to break this game out. So they're still looking for anything that's down here that they can eat or attack or kill. So if they're within 4 squares of you, then they automatically turn to a raid monster. And what that means is their job is to hit and run. So they're going to hit you, and then they're going to start making a beeline for the town, which is here. So if they get there, they get up into this town, and the threat level of the town goes up. And they start stealing books from the library and stealing people's Netflix password. Just mayhem. Pure mayhem. So they're not within there. However, they do activate now. Consult the minion population. Minions and guardians will now take their turn. Yep, so they're going to activate. Okay, so I need to find out if they're going to turn into raiding monsters. Which means I consult my raid difficulty track here, and it says, okay, here's the raid difficulty. I need to roll a d10. If I roll a 10, they will convert to raid. Anything else, they won't. So, oh god. You know, just end my existence, right? Okay, so one of them turned to raid. That was the first one, which was the shadow. The shadow servant is now a raid monster. Counterattack when they hit and run. Yep. Next one is and then the shadow monster. I'm just gonna take their turns one at a time. Actually, let's do for all raid, because this is gonna happen whether I want to or not. The Blackwood wolf thingy. A 6, I'm good. The cultist, 9, I'm good. The overgrown viper, 2, I'm good. And the wraith, I'm good. So only one of them converted to raid. Now they're going to take their turn. So the monster is going to start making their way to the siege area. And you see these red symbols here? These red symbols? Those are the paths that they determine they're going to take. Some of these red symbols have numbers, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. They're gonna make their move to get towards the siege, which will let them up and attack the town. So this is the part, Roger, where Derek, you can roll the raid die. You can roll the raid die, their movement die, and the patrol die at the same time. I know, I'm just stepping it through. I'm going to be doing this a lot more, but I want people to kind of see how they step up, so it should be all good. The only thing the movement die is the path that they're going to take to get out. OWT. So, here we go. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? Because once they convert to raid, I don't think they care about patrol. I think they're just going to start heading out. Because they're going to follow this pathing. They're going to follow that pathing to get there. So, his movement is a d6 plus 3. That's a 2 plus 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's heading towards there. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because they're going to follow the blood red symbols to get there. So he'll go here, here to get to the sea. Yep. Then the Blackwood. So now I'm going to do I'm going to roll these 2 dice together, which is what Roger was saying. The monsters are music making their way down. They're walking fast, faces past as they're siege bound. So I'm going to roll the movement die for the Blackwood Wolf to see where he's going to move and how fast he's going to move. So 1 plus 5 is 6, and he's going to move along pink. Where did I put you? Here you are. And he's going to move along pink. Where's pink? Pink is... Huh. There's only one pink symbol right there. I've never seen that before. All of them have symbols that come... Oh, it says direction. That's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see. Then the cultist is going to move. It's a d6. So 3 plus 2, so that's 5 and moving orange. You're all over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the overgrown viper is a d6 plus 4. So 10 on an orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the wraith is a d6 plus 3. So 5 on pink. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when the wraith gets here, it's no longer moving along pink. It gets to choose a new direction that it's going to go. So this is a really cool mechanic. The wraith landed on a set of skulls that's here, if you can see right here. The wraith landed on a set of skulls. What that means is when they hit a set of skulls, they switch direction. So now they're no longer going pink. They're going to go a completely different direction. Okay. So are any of them within 4 spaces from me? When it moved up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I'm good. So it doesn't see me at all. Yes, Christopher Redmond. These are the initial 6 that you have. There's 6 more in the, like, if you go on the page, there's 6 more that's part of an add-on. So you can get a total of 12. Yes, there are 12. No, Julius, you're right. There are 12 of them. So you can mix and match. You don't have to start with these. These are just the base 6 that you get when you get the Crusader. If you go for Slayer of the Realm, go for Slayer of the Realm because you get everything. Everything. All games, everything. Then you'll get all 12 in those. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Okay, so now they've moved in their direction. After the monster phase... rinse and repeat. So we go to the upkeep phase. So the upkeep phase, does anybody have any afflictions? Nope. Any channeling abilities? Nope. But we need to test. This is the one thing you don't have on this card, but you do have in your quick reference. This is why I whip out the quick reference, because you just need to reference it sometimes. So no afflictions. I need to test torches, so I've got 3 torches out, so I need to roll a d12. On a 1 and 2, the torch goes out. So, d12, this one. So for Malachite, 11, good. For Zeke, 9, good. For Enwin, an 8, you're good. So all our torches stay lit. We are lit. Our torches are lit. And then we assign initiative tokens and rally where necessary. Okay, so we'll grab our initiative tokens off. Well, we've got a new problem, don't we? We've got a wraith who's decided to make themselves friendly with the town. I haven't moved Albus. Albus can't fight, but Albus can get hurt. So, we need to blast it. We need to make our way back to kill this wraith. I don't want it going up there, which also kicks off this viper, but you can get to see combat, which is what I want you to see anyway. So I'm going to get Malekek going first. No, that y'all are over here. Team Malekek's over there. I want Team Faith to go first. So Faith will go first. Sir Brennus will go second. Colin will go third. And then Malekek, can you get to that guy? We really don't need to fight him, so let's keep going the way we're going with Malekek's group. So it's 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So, yeah, if you're asking, I can answer any questions too if you want, which is fine. But Roger's got it as well. So then we're going with Team Faith first. The Team Faith is going, as you can see, this is why you're like, oh, it's only 4 scenarios. All right. So Team Faith needs to get to that guy, so you all can see combat. Well, Team Faith rolls a d6 plus 2. Actually, Team Faith is going to turn on the torch, and then roll a d6. So it's 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I gotta be careful. Well, it's already rating, so it's not a big deal if it sees me. I'm going to. I'm going to. Not yet. Not yet. Then 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm in that thing's way. But it's gonna. The crazy thing about monsters in this game. The crazy thing about monsters in this game is that they will fight you, and then they'll run away. So it's not they're going to engage you, and you just need to stand there with your arms crossed, and they're going to come to you and fight you until you stop them from raiding. No. They're going to hit you, and then they're going to keep going towards the village. So that is her movement. Next up is Sir Brennus. That's a 5 plus 2. Oh, turn that torch on. So that's 5 plus 4, which is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll do it again. 4 plus 2 plus 2. So 4 plus 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that would bring that within. I'm not ready for that to turn raid yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which would open him up to attack, but I'm ready to counterattack because I'm in a hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get to see combat next. Okay, that will end his turn. Then we will go with, so Faith and Brennus is done. Then we will go with Colum, who's a plus 4. 5. Oh, turn the torch on, sorry. So plus 6, so that's 7. 1. Well, Roger just said this is all one space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I'm an evil person. I'll leave them to do it. And then she will move again to the mystery chamber. The mystery chamber. That's fine. That's fine. She just says 1, 2. So we got to mystery chamber. This is one of the rules that throws me. So mystery chamber, I believe, operates like a secret door. But let me verify that. I believe it operates like a secret door. I don't remember. Secret doors. So Roger, if you could help me out with this one, because I can't. My mind's gone blank on mystery chamber. Is it like a secret door, or can I just go stand on it and see what it is? Let's see. Actions. Discover secret room. loot, open a chest, adjacent to a monster. Mandatory flip over token, draw appropriate champion, flip over mask. Remove master token and pick and process a random double-sided mystery chamber token. There it is. Move into a chamber that has a mystery token. Got it. So in I go because I got the movement to do it. So I move in, boom, processing the mystery. So I take the mystery chamber and I flip it over to see what mystery I have unfold. I'm over here at the mystery chamber. So wait, I was typing. So I flip over the mystery. And I got 700 gold. Hey, mystery chamber. So it says, for mystery chambers, flip token over, remove master token and pick and process a random double-sided mystery chamber. But I've already done and pushed those things out, so I got 700 gold. She's not selfish. Not at all. Yep, that's great luck. So, there we go. Okay. That ends their run. Now for my team. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff blocking this dude. Some more gold. I love gold. All right, so we know that Melikak's going first. This monster's kind of moving away from us. If they shift back, that's going to be sad, but I'm going to start heading over there to complete the side mission. So, Melikak with my D6. I told you you're going to be seeing this a lot. So that is a 1 + 2 + 2, so 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your stupid exploding chest. And then I'm going to do it again. A 6. 6 + 2, 7, 8 + 2, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going in there because I want to show you all rally. So I'm just going to chill right there. So that will end his turn. I'm not going. No. I'm not going in there. I'm standing right at the door waiting, and I'm waiting for my party to get here so I can rally and go in and we all three can fight the champion. Okay. So you'll be done. Zeke's turn. That's a 4 + 2 + 2, so 4 + 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. And 3 + 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now we can rally. So next round, we're going in that door, and you're going to get to see rally. All right, Enwin. Poor Enwin. Let's do it. 3 + 3, 6 + 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't do the 8. And then not yet. Then she'll get really close to the door. Right here. And then we'll be ready to rally and kick butt next round. Okay, combat's coming. All right, so that ends our turn. We're done. We're done. So then it goes to the next phase. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do the Guardian phase. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Before I played, I was supposed to do, because I did upkeep, I didn't even pull a stinking encounter. Jeez, this is what I'm amped about. I'm like missing rules. So here's the screw up. I'm rolling it back because someone who's either wrote in the chat or they're going to be watching this video and you're going to be like, no, you're screwing it up. You're messing up. You're moving your monsters. You suck. I do. But what I'm supposed to do is after upkeep, I pull an encounter, and I forgot to pull an encounter, so I'm going to pull one now. Randomly select a hero. Passing by a badly damaged pillar, the hero notices something wedged within the cracks. They have discovered the stone glyph of healing. When taken, place 3 tokens upon it. These are the charges within the stone. A hero may use one of their actions to activate the stone. When activated, remove 1 stone and roll 1d10. The result is health recovered. Once all charges have been exhausted, remove this card from play. This can be traded between heroes. Oh, Albus! So, that's pretty cool. I need to get a randomly selected hero. So, this is what the turn order is, so I'm just going to roll a d6. It's 3, it's going to column, and it's going to have 3 charges on it. Oh, here it's there. Like, why am I missing this? So, 1, 2, 3 charges on it. And I'm going to get Albus, who I'm going to activate now, actually. I should have started moving him to get towards them. He moves 1d6 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. So Albus is coming to do the trade thing, to give that to Enwin. To get it from Pollum, to give it to Enwin. Oh, sorry. He was supposed to go to Pollum first. So it was... He'll be right here. Okay. So then after that, I'm supposed to check to see if the Guardian spawned. Nope, that's a 12. I was supposed to roll a 17 or higher, so now this is going to tick down to 16. Now it was my turn, so I took my turn. Now it's the monster's turn. So, Mr. Raid Monster is going to do some moving. So Mr. Raid Monster, hey buddy, boom. Mr. Raid Monster is coming for me as he's taking his way through. So he moved 3. He's then going to attack Sir Brennus. Now the Raid Monster, if I look at him, remember I told you... Yeah, I gotta definitely make sure. That's why I'm like checking it, making sure I can't move through walls, Mel. You're absolutely right. So he has oh god. That's why I have this card. Spirituality, arcane, and physical. So I grab those. So I grab those. Where is my starter? Too much. So much stuff. Here we go. He's tracking me. He is tracking me, so I grab the one track. So he is tracking me, so I put a track on Mr. Brennus, who is being tracked now by the monster. That means that he wants me dead while he's heading towards the portal. So he sees me. I see you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. I need to find... Here it is. Alright. So, these tokens here are the different types, right? And we said that he is spiritual, he is arcane, and he is physical. This is combat. It's super quick. You take these, you shuffle them up. 3 treasure chests. Then you just pick one. He is attacking with spiritual. That's what he's attacking. So we look at his card. So we come up to spiritual. I'm gonna roll my die. If I roll an less than an 11, he's gonna hit me for 1. But I get to defend. However, I also get the counterattack. So let me get my defense die, because I learned about this today. Why am I losing? What is happening? Combat's really quick. I'm just here. I'm just really slow. So basically, when you do that, because we're defending because he's attacking us. I switch it to the defense die. However, I'm gonna spend 1 essence to use my counterattack ability because counterattack cannot be done in chambers, but it can darn sure be done in hallways. And this is what counterattack says. Counterattack may be activated during the monster phase when a monster is about to attack an adjacent hero. When activated, the hero may select one phase of combat to attack in instead of defending in it. Well, guess what? Instead of defending in this phase, I'm attacking in this phase because he only has 1 health. So I spent my 1 essence to do a counterattack, which means he's attacking with spirituality. This is where that stuff works out. I am Sir Brennus. Sir Brennus has a +1 to spirituality. I really wish it was physical. But Sir Brennus had a +1 to physicality. So I'm going to roll a d20 and add a +1 to it. And if I get an 11, I hit him. And it's spirituality, so I roll the orange die. No. Yes, the orange die. The d12, not d20, d12. Sorry. And the d6. And the d20. So I gotta roll all these dice here. So I'm gonna roll these 2 dice and add them up. And if they are higher than 11 or higher, +1, I hit him for 1. I will also roll this die, which is the crit die. If this is an 11 or higher, I hit him for 2. If any of them are lower, he would hit me. So I'm going to just hit him 1 good time. Ready for all 1s? So I rolled a 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, I failed. I failed so hard. So this is 6, 7, 8, +1, 9. That's 9 is less than 11. So he's going to hit me for 1. 4, +1, 5. Swing and a miss. He hits me again, so he hits me for 2. So Sir Brennus got knocked in the face for 2 damage, going down to 5 health. Yeah, it sucked. That's combat, though. That's it. That is it. Gotta make sure, but that's it. That should just be it. Hit and roll tactic. Because it tells you what to do here. Non-tracking turns into tracking tokens. Tracking guardians will track a hero until the guardian tracks the hero dies. Another hero comes into view of the guardian, which he'll pick as target. Field of view. Yeah, and that's it. 1 round. 1 round. So that's him. I hate him. I hate him so much. And he's already a raid monster, so I don't have to roll. Then we go for the Blackrock Prowler. Well, this is where Roger was saying roll all the dice at once. We're going to roll the d10 to see if he turns into a raid. We're going to roll the d6 to see if he's moving. And we're going to roll the move die to see where he's moving to. Well, he's moving orange, right? The Prowler is... Where are you? Over there. He's moving orange. So... 6, he doesn't turn raid. 4 plus 5 is 9. And he's going to hit that thing to where he's going to change direction to pink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to go to the cultist, who's up there following orange. Not going raid. 3 plus 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate that I flipped that over. That makes me mad. Because I didn't know that was there. That makes... I'm going to go to all of them just for punishing myself for that. Then we go to the overgrown viper. You're still following orange. 8, 4. So 4 and 4, 8. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, buddy, you're going raid. So automatically, you're going raid, and you're coming to get me. What the heck, man? Backing tokens on you. Backing tokens on you. And you're going. I am losing things. I'm losing my brain. We're going raid. I put you on track. My tokens are around here somewhere. You do need. There's a lot of tokens, so you do need to keep. Oh, here it is. Here they are. So you're going raid as well. You're no longer evade. So you were moving a lot. You were moving like 8. So you were like 1, 2, 3. Oh, I moved the door. I moved the door. All right. So you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Where you'd have gotten 8. Hey, look, you found the buddy. So your stuff is range, chaos, and the dagger thingy. You shuffle these up. What are you attacking with? Chaos, oh gosh. So this thing is going pure chaos on my face. I'm gonna have to defend this because I don't want to turn that into another attack. I'm gonna go for defense. So I'm defending myself. Defend thyself, sir. So with chaos, I'm rolling the black dice and the d20 to see if I can not get punched in the face. Is the goal to have dungeons for every Avalon expansion? That would be very cool. Okay, so I've got 11. What's your chaos? -3! No! Because I was like, all I need is a 10. So -13 minus 3 is 10. So I avoid 1 hit. But 11 minus 3. Do I have anything? Anything? Anything that's helping me? Nope. So I take another hit. So I take another hit from the monster. Oh, I'm down to 4 health. Oh, this is hurting. Okay, and what else does the Viper do? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Then the Wraith. The Wraith is over here. Roll this. A D10. Movement. D10. And D7. Final strike. So you're not going raid. It's going to be a 6 plus 3, so 9, and you're moving orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's play this order in. Let's play this turn in order. That ends the terrible monster phase. Maybe Albus needs to take it to Sir Brennus. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna do upkeep. Any afflictions? Nope. Test torches. Everybody's got a torch up, and I roll a d12 on a 1 to 2, right? On a 1 to 2, torch goes out. So Faith. Nope. Solemn. Nope. Brennus. You're good. Malakak. Good. Zeke. Yep. torch goes out. So it's gone. Torch poof, went out. And Enwin. Torch goes out. Alright. Then we assign initiative tokens. Yeah, y'all need to go first, and I'll swap Zeke and actually no, yeah, I'll swap Zeke and Enwin. So do initiative tokens. Rallying, so share initiative with other players in the hero phase. A hero with initiative number X can rally with a hero that has initiative X plus 1, or tier heroes with X plus 1 and X plus 2, which is the plan. So we are going to rally in the hero phase. So we're going to rally these 3 to go through that door. So, pop. So basically rallying means we're going to join in the fun together. Then we are going to check the encounter phase. So draw an encounter card. See what awful thing happens to me now. Event. As the heroes start their trek, an icy mist radiates from the ground, causing it to completely freeze. Each hero must test agility 15 minus 6, so agility 11, to avoid slipping. On a pass, they hold their ground. On a fail, they slip and fall. Tip the hero's figure over and lose the forthcoming turn. Awesome. Awesome. So, each hero has to test agility. Oh my gosh, if Brennus fails this, agility 16. So, their agility is this N one. So let's start from here and go. It's 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So, and I need to beat an 11. So first, Faith. Did I do bad math? 9. I did bad math. Math equal bad. 2 plus 2 is 5. 15 minus 6 is 9. So it's 9. They have to beat a 9. Thank you, Chad. 4 plus 1. That's 5. Woo! Paulum! 17 plus 3, 20. Sir Brennus! 15 plus 1. You're still up. Melikek. 8, 9, 10. You're good. Zeke. 12, 13. You're good. Enwin. Bye! Tip tip. So they lose their turn. Yay! Why would you make this card? Why do you hate me, Roger? What have I done? What have I done? Alright, so we'll discard this encounter. And then we go to raid boss. So this is a 16 or higher. I rolled a nat 1. Gonna move down to 15, so you don't come out yet to make my life hack. Okay, now it's the hero's turn. Well, we know that Faith is out. Who else is out? And Enwin's out. That's alright. Zeke and Melikek are going to take on this champion together. So first up, it's going to be Faith, who lost her turn. Second up is going to be Sir Brennus. He has 2 problems. Well, I don't hate you. So, basically, Sir Brennus is going to attack. And what's really cool is he's going to attack one, and he can actually attack the other. So that's what that D20 is for. If I hit, I get to hit again. So let's find out what this creature is fighting with. He's going after the Shadow Servant. So the Shadow Servant fights with Art. Fights with Physical, Arcane, and come on, give me Physical. Come on, give me Physical. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. I got... All right. Redis is about to show his behind. All right, so we're going to do these 3. And he's going on the attack. And I need to do an 8. An 8. So that is 7 plus 5, 12. Plus 3 plus 5. So that's 17. 17, and then add 5 to that. That's more than enough. 1 hit killer. And then this die for you, Mr. Snake, would have to be a 9. Nope. Where are you? Yep, it would have to be... I swing back around and hit you with that, because it would have to be a 9, which makes it over for 1 hit as well, but you have 2 health. So you're going to take 1 damage. 1 hit killer. So Yon Snake takes 1 damage. But the Shadow Servant's dead. And when he dies, pull that tracking token off me. When he dies, I get to roll a d20. If I get a 19, I get treasure and money. 7. Nope. He's just dead. My second action is to swing away. This one, it has, let me write ones. Mythical, range, and payoff. Math is hard, Brian. It's hard. Oh my gosh, I dropped all. So, shake it up and just pick. You. Ranged. So I'm fighting him with ranged. Do I suck at ranged? No, I got a +1 on that. I got a +1 on range. Okay. So range is blue. We're going to get the color-coded die of blue. And the d20. And I need to do 8. Ooh. So I get hit twice. So I'm down to 2 health. Well, as a free action, I could take a swig of this health potion to get 6 health back. So I got it. So I'm going to go up to 8. I'm going to use that, and that's going to end my turn. Albus. Pop in. Grab the healing. And then I need to do for your movement. You are D6 plus. So you're 11. So I grab, so 1, grab it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In the second round, let's get you to where you need to get. 6 plus 6, 12. 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 4, 5, excuse me, 6, 7, 8. There you go. You get that lovely thing where you can heal yourself, Sir Brennis. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. So that will end Albus's turn. Brennis is done. Column's turn. Column's going to top 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are just all up in the way. Hey, I was walking through walls. You wouldn't have been able to hand it to him. He would have been here. He wouldn't have been able to hand it to him yet. Because I'm walking through walls. Walking all the way through walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just walking through walls. Walking all the way through them now. Walking through them. So I can go straight through this way because there's a wall here and there's a wall here. So I have to go around. So counting her movement properly, it would have put me here, right? 1, 2. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good grief. 1, 2. And then my next row, which was a 1, so it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, which would put the dog at 12 here. So there it is. So that is the end of her turn. Yep, walls upon walls. Like you said, it's easy to walk through them. Okay, let's deal with this lovely opponent, even though my archer is out. Zeke, you, let's go. Open the door. So we open the door. And we reveal an empty room. I did all this work for nothing. Room's empty. Empty chamber. Cool. Well, let's move to the next one. That's 2 plus 2 plus 2, so 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's in this treasure chest? Flip. Treasure chest. If there's another exploding treasure in here, I'm not going to trust you. As you open the chest, the mechanism is heard, followed by arrows firing out of the walls. Place the arrow trap token on this space. Test agility 8 minus 6, which is 12. 3 separate times to dodge the arrows. On a fail, take roll a d6. The result is damage taken minus the hero's level. And a hero entering the space must also test agility. Okay, so place the arrow trap token in the space. I don't wanna. All right, let's see. Two. All the stuff fell over. Three times. 3 times. I gotta test it 3 times. I have to do, what does it say? Agility for a 12, and my agility is a 1. 15, 16. 13, 14. 13, 14. I passed. Woohoo! I passed. Well, I don't make it to the door, but that ends Malekith's turn. Zeke's turn. Well, let's try the other way around, shall we? So Zeke's gonna roll a d6. So that's a 6 plus 2, so 6, 7, 8 only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a trap. That is a trap. 5, 6. You know what? YOLO. 7. Step on the trap. So when you step on the trap, here's what happens. I might as well just end his turn. Here's what happens. When you step on the trap, my eyes just started burning. Okay. When you step on the trap, this is what you get. And then you have to flip this over to see if it's a trap or not. It's a trap. So guess what you get to do? You get to go to the trap cards Give this a lovely shuffle. And let's see what fun I ran into in this trap-filled fun of death. Yeah, go, but definitely good times. I mean, thank you, Julius. Thank you for joining. You're welcome back anytime at the table, man. We're all here to hang out and have a good time. Thanks for joining. Okay, so full trap card. Count your lucky stars. The trap has misfired. Woo! So, yay. I'm not afraid no trap. Okay, so this is part of that now. Okay, that was his first turn. We're still kind of rallied, so let's see what's going on. That's his first turn. Second turn is enough to get through this door. And let's see what's through here to finish off this side. Likewise, have a good night, everyone. Yeah, thanks for joining, Julius. Thanks for joining. So, what do we got? Focus on the hand. A level 1 champion. So we come over here to the champion deck. Level 1 champions. Shuffle them up. And this is not a one-turn thing. We fight to the death. But Melekek's with me. Melekek be with... It's like I'm praying to like some type of Norse god. Melekek is with me. I shall win. This belongs in a museum. Or what is it? It's being looked at by top men. Ooh. Top men. So who are we facing? The vampiric assassin? The vampiric assassin, who's majestic, arcane, and spiritual. That's gonna go for fight. She has 2. See that green? That's 2 spirituality that I get for killing her, or life force. 3 health she has, and fresh blood. Once per combat round, if the vampiric assassin inflicts at least 1 damage successfully on a hero, immediately remove 1 damage from her token card. So we're going to fight. All right. So it's going to be Zeke and Melekek versus her, and she's pulling out the fighting weight girl. This. If we clear this, we clear the side quest. If we kill her, clear the side quest. So, oh, you're fighting with Zeke's happiness. So you're fighting with that. You are going to get... Alright, so... let's see. We're going to be fighting her with that. It means we need a 12. You have 3, 4, 5. You have 5 that you're going against right now for this attack, for the first one. So we're going to determine the 3 phases of combat. Why do I lose these earlier? I still got 1 that's... I still got 1 that I placed somewhere and it's gone in my token bonanza. But it's the 3 phases of combat. So I need to say what I'm going to be doing phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. I'm not defending any. Phase 1, Melekek is attacking. Phase 2 and 3, Zeke is going at her. And we're going to try to hit 3 hits on her. So she's fighting with Arcane. Melekek is a -3, so he's okay to take a hit. So Arcane is green. Sweaty palms, heart thumping, eyes. Mechanism jams, a deep sigh of relief. I know. So Melekek's going after her. So I rolled a 9 -3, a 3. So I'm going to take 1 hit. And then a 12, and I had to beat a 12. So I hit her for 1. However, she hit me for 1, and it said once per round, if she inflicts 1 damage, she immediately heals, so she doesn't take any damage from that strike. And Malekith takes 1 damage, going down to 7 health. Okay, then it is Zeke's turn. Zeke is going to attack her twice. So Zeke's going to roll. I get a +5 to this. So I get 14 plus 5, so 19. I have a +5 here, which is a 9. And I needed a 12. But only once per round she could do that, not all the time. So therefore, she's going to take 1 damage, and I'm going to take 1 damage. And I take 1. Then I'm going to do it again. Yes, I rallied. I did rally. It's right here. Sorry, you can't. I pushed it down too low. Yep, they were rallied. I rallied before. We did rally. So that's 9 plus 5, more than enough, and 13 plus 5, more than enough. That's 2 damage on you. She's dead. So we killed her. She died, and I enjoyed doing it. Not even sorry. I need to roll a d20. On a 17 plus, I get a treasure. On a 7, I get money. I got a 6. I had 1 job, and I got a 6. 1 job! But she's dead. So with her death, we have cleared this, place. We've cleansed this room, and we have completed the side quest. So we flip the side quest over to cleared. And that's done. Cool. Cool. That ends our turn. I need to find where I put this other one. Oh, here it is. Right here. Okay. Alright. So that ends our turn. It's the monster turn. Alright, so the monster phase, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 out. So therefore, we need to spawn a new monster. We've got another cobra that is green. So monsters just keep popping up. Just keep happening. The more we kill, the more they show. We're going to roll a d8 to see where it goes. 4 is up here. And then we start having some fun with the monster turns. So let's see what we're dealing with. We've got a monster who's engaged with Sir Brennus, so he's going to attack and run. So the monster attacks. Let's deal with that first. It's going to be... Where did I put? Here you are. So this one, range, and chaos. And Brennus is going to counterattack this sucker. So I just need to hit you once to kill you. Ranged. I need to hit you once. So I'm going to spend an essence to counterattack. Or because it says once per monster phase. Ranged is blue, plus 20. I need to do an 8, and I have a +1. 5, 6, 7, +1, 8, and an 8 + 1, 9. Oh, yeah, buddy. That is enough to kill you. Then, so you go away. You go away because I don't like your face. Then we will roll a d20. 19! Hey! So I get a treasure and 100 gold. I get 100 gold. and I get a treasure. When I search the body, what do I find? What do I find, you ask? That's what I find. A whole lot of nothing. So he's dead. Okay. Pop. Alrighty. Let's do this in order, because that's the snake that came out. Go this way. So the Black Prowler, we're going to roll the d10, do this, and that. So let's see what you do, good sir. You're not going raiding. You get 2 plus 5 for 7, and you're moving along blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next up is the cultist. You're not raiding. You're moving 7 along green. Well, you were already on green, but you're going to move 1, and then you're changing your direction to orange. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we go to the Wraith. You're not raiding. 6 plus 3, 9 on green. Well, you're going to keep going where you're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then green. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our new snake. Where did you pop up? I put you somewhere. You're over there. Not going raiding. 2 plus 4, 6 on blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The best play of this game. You're getting to see me play terribly. Terribly! Alright. So we've completed 1 mission. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? So all of the monsters went. We're at the top of the round where I always got to break the book out because I always forget top of round. Upkeep. We need to roll torches. D12. D12 for torches. Faith. You're good. Column. You're good, barely. Sir Brennus. You're good. Malekith. Good. Zeke, yours is out, and Enwin, yours is out. Okay. Then we assign initiative. We need to start heading back that way. So let's keep the order where it is. Get the stand up. And stand up. We'll keep that. Nobody's rallying this round, so flip, flip, flip. And then we do an encounter. Loot deck, wrong deck. I picked the treasure deck, not the loot deck. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Loot deck. Thank you, loot deck. And I don't look at it. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing stuff. I don't look at it until loot deck, right. Sorry, it's taking a sec for me to catch it. Yep, loot deck. So he gets loot, not nothing. And I'll reshuffle the treasure. Okay, so then I did torches. I just lost track of what I was supposed to do next. Encounter. I do encounter. So pull the encounter. Yeah, I pull from the loot deck. Yeah, thanks for pointing it out. I appreciate it. Event. Randomly select a hero. From under their feet, a loud clank is heard. What are all your events awful? In an instance, steel spikes erupt from the floor. Test agility 16 minus 6, 10. On a success, the hero is quick enough to get away. On a fail, roll a d6 for damage. In addition, test physical resistance. On a fail, I am stricken with a physical affliction. Random hero. Number 5. Who's number 5? Enwin. The fun doesn't end for you, does it? And you need to test agility. You have a 2 on it. You have a 2 on agility. And you gotta get a 10. 9. 10, 11. Good. Plus, you also need to test, in addition, test physical resistance 15 minus 6, so it's 9 on a fail. So physical resistance, you have a plus 2. 15, 16, 17. We're good. Take that event. Take that. Alright, so let's see. Then after we do an encounter, we do the guardian spawn. So we roll a d20 and on a 15 or higher. Roll a 5. We're good. 6 down to 14. Then after that horrible thing just happened, hero phase. Okay. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 11:45. Okay, this is gonna be the last round because I have to get up for work in the morning. But you get a sense of the game so far of how it's played. You didn't get to see the Guardian come out, but when the Guardian comes out, it's a terrible thing. It's just like fighting to the death with anybody else. We want to rally and mob and fight this thing as best as we can. So it's 3 phases per round of combat to go through. But we've cleared out the side quest. We've cleared that. We still have to kill the Guardian, and we still need to do the main quest. So first up, let's do Faith. Let's finish off this round. So Faith, I'm just gonna roll a d6 on the table. Tired of moving that thing. It's a 1. Of course it is. 1 plus 2 plus 2, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where she'll go. And then she'll move again, so I don't move through walls. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then that will end her turn. Then turn 2 is going to go to Sir Brennus. Nope, turn 2 is going to go to Albus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can have the elixir. And then Ace 1, 2. Okay. Then Brennus is going to use the elixir event to take a token off, roll a d10 to see how much health. 7. You're actually okay. You go back up to 10 health. Then you're gonna move. I rolled a 4. 4 plus 2 plus your torch, so 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. And that's his 2. Oh, excuse me. You know, I've been pulling encounters. I haven't pulled anything good, Roger. I feel like you're trolling us. It's got good stuff in there, like that one card that says nothing happened. I'm messing with you. All right, so that will end Brennus's turn. Column's turn. She's gonna hop 2. That's 2 plus 4 so 2 plus 6 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm avoiding that snake like the plague. And then 3 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Stupid trap. 6, 7, 8. And I will end her turn. Wait, you're 4. 3, 4, 7 plus 2. 9. 9. Treasure chest. Treasure chest. What do we get? I need to shuffle this. You got the 3 chart. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Take Enwin and sure. Oh, sure. I'll smash the crate open. Sure. We'll see that. Why did I get why did I get a just a Derek text? Derek. I'm looking at it. I love that. It's, hey, dude. Yeah, I'll smash open the crate. All right. We open up the chest to reveal its secrets within. It's empty. So nothing in the chest. And that'll end her turn. All right. Yeah, no problem. We can do the crates. Okay, so that ends her turn. Then we will go to who's player number 4, Malekek. I didn't bring a pickaxe with me, did I? Or else I'd have mined that node. Let's all head up there. Why the heck not? It's a party. That's 4 plus 2 plus so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One. This is an empty chamber. We get to the crate. When we get the crate, these crates. We get to grab a crate and smash a crate. While working on the game project. Oh, cool. Crates. I'm just saying if it's an action to smash the crate. What's the free action? Open a crate is a free action. A hero must be inside the chamber and no monster tokens within the chamber to open a crate. So we're going to open the crate that I just grabbed here. So what's in this lovely crate? Level 4 champion bursts out of the crate. Rage quit table flip. So yeah, I did. So I open it up. It's that green, I think is what's doing it. Crate's empty. It's a milk crate. It's a loot crate. It's nothing. There's nothing in this crate. You made me sad. But let's see if there's a crate that... Is there a crate on the board that I can? There's one here. What's in this guy? So I'm just gonna sneak because I'm gonna... Oh my god. So there's crates that you could find that if you look what else you can find. You can find... And sorry for the camera focusing on the lovely colors. Anyway, it says draw one loot token, one loot card. So you can find loot in crates, but this one just happened to be empty. So, yay. Yeah, so smashing crates open, there's stuff in there, but he went in there to open up that crate, and that ends his turn. Then we've got Enwin. So you've seen combat and all that good stuff. You've seen how monsters move. Enwin is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go for that other crate. And then her next turn, 3. 1, 2, 3. Plus 2. Okay. And then Zeke. Zika. Zeke is 2 plus 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That ends Zeke's turn. Zeke's done. Monster turns. Finish this off right. You. So we're gonna go with the Black Wolf. You're not raiding. You're moving 6 on blue, Mr. Wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next up is the cultist. Not rating 5 plus 7 on. Oh, you're still going to be following your orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to shift 7. Back the way it came. Next up is the Wraith. Not rating 5 plus 3, 8 on green. Oh, sorry, along purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then green 7, 8. Then the overgrown snake. Yep, because that's a wall. You can't see me. Snake is there, and it can't see me either. So not rating 2 plus 4, 6. Along where you're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he says, "Be careful opening crates," and that ends the round. So let's just. I think I ticked this down to 14. So upkeep. I'm just gonna run through it really quick in my head to make sure, and then we'll. That's the end of the round. We're done. But let's just go through this one more time. Upkeep. Check everybody for afflictions. Roll for torches. So you 12. 12. 3, you're good. You. 4, you're good. You. 9, you're good. You. 10, you're good. And then you two don't have torches. Then we draw our final encounter. Remember, he said there are good challenges in here. Select the hero. This hero has wandered off on their own to do some exploring. He discovers a hazy, mist-filled shrine and feels quite intoxicated by the fumes within. Suddenly, an apparition of a woman materializes before them. Test willpower 18 minus 6, 12. On a pass, the hero shakes his head and realizes what was thought to be a woman is 2 minions. The hero quickly slays them and finds 400 gold. On a fail, the hero is hit for 1d4 and snaps out of it. Spawn 2 minions adjacent to the hero. Yeah, there's good stuff in there. Right. Willpower on. So on number 4. Who's number 4? Malekek. Willpower for Malekek. Woo! Alright, so this is a straight roll on a d20, and I need to get a 12. I got a 15. I'm good. So I passed. I kill them, and I get 400 gold. Okay. Then the creature, 14, or I rolled a 5. Tick down. And then it would be back to the hero's turn, and we're done. So, we made it all the way to midnight, but you got to see a playthrough. I want to play more. I just don't have. We just have to set it up to where I'll do a playthrough. Probably. This might be. You know what? 600 subs. I'll start this early in the morning and play the levels through so you can see it, because it's a long game, right? We've been playing for a while, going on 3 hours, and so took my mind off being ill. Yeah, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Mel. I hope you feel better. Thanks, Derek, and that's Roger. All the best at Kickstarter. Yeah, I hope you're feeling well. How long were you playing, and how far did you get? I've been playing for 3 hours, and I've only cleared the side quest. So for people who are saying that this game, 4 scenarios is too short, it's not. So there's still a lot more to go through. There's still a lot to discover before. You didn't get to see Celebration Day, but basically when I complete the main quest and kill the Guardian, I go back to town, I draw a celebration card, I restock the blacksmith, I buy a blessing, I go to the House of Chance to gamble, and then we go back into the dungeon. So thanks, Kate. Yeah, only if you want to. Only if you want to. But we get 600. If I get up to 600 subs, I'm breaking it out. We're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna start in the morning, and we're gonna play it and see what we can do. So it's gonna be long, but it's good. But at least you got to see this game being played, and I know you would have loved to see it. I didn't get to show you mining. I didn't get to show you Celebration Day, but we'll get there and we'll play it. But right now, just keep in mind, and I want to really restate that the Kickstarter is, yes, I got this labeled around. The Kickstarter is up, and it is, it's 70. So it's close. We're 15,000, well, less than 15,000 short. So it's getting there. It's close, but there's 24 hours left to go. So we got one more day to knock this thing out. Get Roger going. Get this stuff going. Remember, this is a reprint, which means it's not all the stuff is already ready to go. It's just send that stuff to the printer, have them print it, ship it out. So it's a shorter delivery time based on shipping, because you know how the shipping crisis is now. But not a lot of it's going to be, okay, he needs to go build up some other stuff. It's already done. So the Kickstarter's up. We're up to 70. We're trying to get to 85. Once we get there, it'll fully fund. We've got 24 hours, so let's see if we can make it. And it'll be good. So let's go back up to the top. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of it. Time flew by. So I was playing. I didn't realize what time it was until I looked over to see, what chat was saying. Then I looked down. It's like, oh, it's midnight. So I had to pull a plug on it. We'll come back to it and play it through and see how things go. But at least you got to see a playthrough of it, and you got to see that I want to do a setup as well. So that'll be part of. We'll get that so you can see a full setup, what that takes and what that looks like. But that's what we have. I hope you've enjoyed what you saw here. Whether it's a game that you were like, hey, I can watch somebody else play it, or it's a game where you're like, yeah, I'd like to get that to the table. Either way is perfectly fine. Do what is best for you and your money, right? I think it's a fun game. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of dice rolling. There's a lot of stuff going on that you have to keep in mind. The quick reference guide is really quick. Yeah, the rules are fairly easy. It's very quick to get through. It's like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, but all the things that are going on are easy to do, which is not like Roger didn't create a game where it was like everything is complex to do. So I got to do this where I got to do 10 million things, and I got to do this where I got to do 10 million things. I have these different things I have to do, but all of them are quick. All of them are quick. Combat's fast. Moving around, players' turns are fast. Mining is fast, if you could have seen that. Buying stuff from the store is just on how you want to build your character up. Creatures patrolling and wandering around, quick to move. So it is a game packed with a lot of theme in it. So for a lot of people who are like doing their research, and everyone should, if you read the old quotes where they're saying, the rule book is terrible and it's not good, that's why the quick reference guide was created. That's why the reference guide was created. Roger went back, he took a look, and he listened to the audience, he found the pain points and things of what was going on, and he wrote the reference guide. And you saw me referring to it. And I was finding stuff really fast on what to do. There were times where I'm like, hey, Roger, what happens? And then I find it in the book, and I'm like, oh, here it is. And then I just go do it. So he's poured a lot of really, really good stuff into this game for everyone to enjoy. So if it's something that resonates with you, right? I'm not the guy who's going to be like, go back and go back. No. If this is something that resonates with you, and if this is something that you feel would be, you will get a lot of enjoyment of, like the project. If you're like, nah, I'll just watch you play it, cool. Come on back, watch me play it, watch other streamers play it. However you want to do it, whatever makes you feel good. It's all good. And this is a solo game for sure. It really is. It really is a solo game. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Thank you, Derek, for this playthrough. Yeah, and there's a lot more in the game that you didn't see. Once I finished level 1 and I got out and I went back to town, there is the House of Chance where you get the gamble. So there's gambling if you want in the game. You didn't see me upgrade because I killed that one, which I was supposed to get 2. I can then try to see about upgrading one of my characters, but I didn't do that yet because I wanted you to see everything else that was happening and make sure it didn't get too confusing. And you saw the monster fighting, you saw all this other stuff, and it was all good. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Could you imagine playing with all 12 heroes? No, I would die. I would just be, okay, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. So no, I would lose it. So Roger, I want to say thank you because I reached out to him on the Kickstarter because I never heard of this game before. I didn't even know what it was, and when I saw it, I was looking at some videos and I was like, all right, there's a lot here, and it looks like it looks interesting. Hey, how can I help? And he was like, hey, we connected. Let's talk to each other. We had a good conversation. He was like, let me send you a copy for you to review. I got it. Went through Avalon, the adventure game. Went through Dungeon Crusade. Tried that stuff out, and it's lived up to it for me. He's very passionate about how he feels about this game in terms of he's listening to ideas, he's listening to feedback, both good and bad, and it's been okay. Well, this is what he wants to try, so he's like, okay, yeah, I'll try that, and he's super open. If you check out the comments in the Kickstarter, you'll see him responding to everybody. So he's super active about responding to everybody, which is really great. So thanks, Roger, for sending me this wonderful masterpiece. I think this stuff's great. I really do. This is really enjoyable. Yeah, I haven't even showed them the other side of the tiles. The tiles are two-sided. Actually, I can let me go back to the table and I can show you. So I'll just flip this because I gotta put this stuff away tomorrow anyway because I gotta work on this table. So I'll flip this over. Here's the other side of the tile. Look at that. It's even more defined. So this is where this is one side where we were playing on, where it has the lovely colors. And this is the other side. Look at the detail. Look at the table, man. And then like the occult circle, the stuff that they walk over a pit of vipers. So there is a lot of stuff to this game. So as you're playing the scenario and you flip this over, there's a seance chamber, these different things that you wander into that you can play. If you don't want to follow the scenario, you can just roll dice, flip these boards, spin them any way you want, because if I flip over this one, I'm just... Yay! Not a lot of people do that on their stream. And you flip this over. I could put this like so. I could put it like this. I could put it however I want. So you can build this however you want. And then just go to the tables, roll a bunch of dice to build up everything, hop in this game and play. So it's a lot of fun, but the other side of the board is very, I mean, look at this. They got this ghoul guy with souls coming out of it. It's crazy. So there's a lot to it, like I said. But I hope you enjoy what you've seen. I hope you had a good time. I probably made a ton of mistakes because I know for a fact that on the first round of monster attacking the raid monsters, that when they hit Sir Brennus, they were supposed to run away to try to get to the siege, and I forgot to do that. So I know I missed some stuff, but the true heart of everything and what encompasses it and how the chat was checking up to make sure I was doing a proper job. So I thank you so much, chat, for making sure I was good, and I appreciate it. Like, a lot. I'm not kidding. I really appreciate that. So, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy it. The next time I'm playing is Sunday, where I'll be playing Mansions of Madness. And then Tuesday is Lifeform. Then we're back to, and then Arkham Horror, the card game, on Thursday. And then Sunday Halloween. Well, Sunday before Halloween, Matches of Madness. So Sunday's Matches of Madness, where we're going to be playing through that. So I hope you join me for that. If you like what you see, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you want to be part of the Patreon link's down there. You don't have to, but it's there. We are few, but we are growing, so it's going to be fun. And it's been a huge blast. It's been awesome hanging out with you all. I hope you had a good time. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, my Patreons. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, my YouTube subscribers. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for joining me in the chat. Okay, everybody, have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the world, and take care of each other. Insert comment here. See you all later. Bye.